Hey, everybody, welcome to No Jumper News on this lovely Wednesday afternoon. I'm in here today with the one and only Lush Uno.
What's up, buddy?
The man himself, Remo, who's posting something very, very important to Instagram, which you guys are all going to be able to go see momentarily. And, of course, we got Donnie on the boards. Jaleesa is going to be here momentarily. And, boy, do I have a story for you. So, for those of you who are not entirely tapped into the 4 hours or so that we did on the No Jumper show last night, had a very nice podcast. At one point, King Pill, let's just describe King Pill's mannerisms throughout this podcast. He was allegedly high and on shrooms. So that certainly was a different version of King Pill than we've ever gotten before. And
Very appropriate timing, let's be real.
What, are you adding that to the story or something?
Nah, literally, as I just posted it on fucking No Jumper, I guess the last video uploaded is a King Pill video where he got the gun drop.
Because he knows that we're talking about him right now. What'd he say? I gotta see what he said. Okay, so what? He posted a reel. Adam almost got effed over. Cheap prick. Wow, this guy is such a lunatic. All right, well, anyway, we're going to get into this. So basically, King Bill was not his usual self. He was a very fun version of himself the first two times that we had him on the podcast. This time he came on the podcast, it was weird. He was quiet. He said he was on mushrooms. He was just silent, sitting in this chair, whatever. As the podcast goes, and he's being annoying, too, because he was saying how he didn't like the topics. And I'm kind of like, that might be like the most inaccurate thing you could possibly say in that moment, because the topics were actually fire. We had really, really, really good topics. Obviously, a lot of tragedies, but we had very, very important things to discuss. And so he's complaining about the topics. It's kind of weird. And so one topic that just popped into my head, and people on the Reddit and everything are trying to frame this as if I was like really trying to set up an Aunt Hefe King Pill beef, which is not actually my intent there. Hello, Julius. How you doing? That was not really my intent. But I asked and I mentioned, King Pill, you censored some of the disses out of your song. Now I'm going to give you guys the backstory on that. Is that when I was in New York, I was with Hit a J3, Bombed a Juno, King Pill, and the conversation happened while we were all driving around in an SUV together that maybe King Pill should consider censoring out some of the swear words from his, or not swear words, but gang disses from his songs, because in particular, there was one diss that could very much be perceived as a diss towards the 8 Trays. However, where King Pill is from, that same diss refers to another hood. Now, keep in mind, Aunt Hefe from 8 Tray Gangsta Crip. When I said that he censored out the swears, I didn't mention who, not swears, but gang disses. When I said that, I didn't mention who might be offended. I didn't mention what it was, but very quickly, the Aunt Hefe energy changed. And there's a clip, it's on the No Jumper Instagram, in which you could see Aunt Hefe kind of turning up, not being super disrespectful to King Pill, but making it clear that he don't mess with that's not cool, etc. Everybody saw it, and then it got very, very, very awkward sitting on this couch, because you have King Pill reading the chat. You have Aunt Hefe reading the chat. They're both facing directly towards the chat and are 100% paying attention to it, reading it, and the chat is going off on King Pill. You ducked it. You tucked your shit. You was a bitch. You was a pussy. You just ranked it. Like, etc. You just, everybody going in on King Pill, basically clowning him. A few, maybe 5% acting like Aunt Hefe kind of a bully or whatever. But the overwhelming narrative was, King Pill, you just tucked your dick between your legs. Anyway, we come to the end of the podcast. And I even noticed Aunt Hefe kind of trying to like be a little cool to King Pill after that, like kind of saying like a few things to him. But for the most part, they didn't really interact. For the rest of the podcast, and King Pill went silent. He barely said a word for the entire rest of the podcast.
Ant did try to be chill, though. There's a couple times he would like respond to what he said in a chill way.
And to be fair, I kind of feel like we saw a little bit of a different version of Aunt Hefe yesterday, because of the fact that he came in no lean, notably, just got in a car accident, or just got a flat tire in his car. And it just felt like we were kind of feeling like a degree of aggression from Aunt Hefe that we hadn't really seen. Like even when him and Munchie got into like a weird argument about like who's the most violent race or if black people are bad for each other in society or some shit like that. Like the level that relatively simple argument got to was like kind of intense. Like it kind of ratcheted up the aggression to a degree that I wasn't really expecting. Either
I
way,
felt dumb for even like responding to it.
yeah, that got kind of intense too. Either way, podcast ends, and I think everybody's thinking in the back of their head, we got to get these guys out of here in a timely fashion and in a way where nobody has any interaction, whatever. So what's up? So we finish up stuff here. We go out there. As I walk out there, I see that Aunt Hefe is already kind of dipping and that Munchie's like damn near out the door and the Pomona boys and King Pill are the only ones left, right? No big deal. I'm like, okay, cool. They got out smoothly. That's good. I go. I'm hungry as hell. Start heating up my meal in the microwave. As I'm heating up the meal in the microwave, King Pill comes over to me and he says, yo, what's up with the money for the episode? Because I had actually told King Pill, I was like, listen, like, I want to try you out consistently on the Tuesday show. He said, all right, but bro, I'm broke, so I need money. Like, you know, are you going to be able to pay me? I said, okay, cool. We'll be able to give you a little bit of money for appearing on here or whatever. Is the music seriously that loud? What the fuck is wrong with these girls? Just so you guys know, it's a plug talk day. We got to make sure that door stays closed. This is insane. But anyway, so
Calvin Harris DJing in the next room.
yeah, shout out to Calvin Harris. God damn, I really just wanted to get through the story of these pieces of shit. Oh, they closed the whatever. Anyway, so King Pill starts coming over to me, talking to me about this $200 or whatever the fuck it was. He's saying, yo, like, can you send me that money right now? I said, yeah, you know the group chat that I put you in with Josh? Just text that, and Josh will send it to you by the end of the night. He goes, by the end of the night? He's like, I'm trying to get paid right now. I need that money to get home. And I'm like, you realize that like a lot of people who work here, you know, you get paid like every 2 weeks, every month, whatever, at the end of the week, etc. I'm like, it's not like, why are you acting like it's just like the most obvious thing in the world that you're supposed to be getting paid instantly as soon as you finish the podcast? Like, you got to chill. Like, the idea is that you're supposed to be on here consistently, you know, and it's like, why are you putting pressure on me to pay you instantly as soon as, you know, it just like struck me as a very weird thing. But his energy is weird. He's walking towards me. He's like really like kind of getting close to me and stuff. Pull up the No Jumper Instagram. We're gonna start reviewing the footage of what actually happened in the office right here because, yeah, it's very.
Me and Donnie were both there too, so
yeah. So I do have some people who can attest to the way that this whole situation went down. All right, let's pull up this video. Here we go. King Pill tries to fight Adam 22 after their podcast. Now, there's no audio here, but we're going to be able to see the body
I mean, you can see it from
mannerisms.
that first pick. Look at the body language in the first pick. Looks
Yeah,
great.
okay, so let's press play. Yeah, obviously. So you see me to the left, and that's King Pill wearing the army fatigues. We love a man in uniform.
Yeah.
And so he's kind of pressing me right now. He's saying, like, you know what, can you send it right now? I said, Josh can send it. He goes, can you make him send it right now? I'm like, if you want, you could call him. He goes, why can't you call him? He's like, it's your business. You could call him. He's like, just pressing me about like the dumbest shit possible right now. And those are all his boys.
You see how Shorty had tried to reach out and like grab his hand and tell him to chill too, really subtly?
Yeah. And so, okay, I'm like grabbing my food out of the microwave right now, slightly off camera. And you'll see that I start to walk kind of across the office. You're going to see this in just 1 second. He's still talking to me in a rather aggressive way at this point. It's like slowly ratcheting up. And this is me walking away and being like, bro, you need to chill. Like, Josh will get it to you, whatever. Okay, go to the next one. And like you can see he's kind of like in my face now, right? Look at the way he's walking towards me. Look at the body language. Look how he's like, and then look he just bumped into me, and then I kind of like push him away. And then his boys jump in here. They're pulling him away. They're separating him. So what's he do? He pulls out his phone, typical internet thug, pulls out his phone, starts filming. I'm sure he's going to drop this footage at some point. He starts calling me the F slur, starts acting like I'm a bitch. The reason why I'm in the cubicle now is because I was looking for a lighter, and I was actually grabbing one off of Mikey's desk So I'm trying to light a spliff right now, and King Pill trying to film a skit. He's trying to act like real angry. He's mad. But his boys are the ones standing in between him. Now look what he does here. He knocks the balls off, and he's still talking shit on the way out. And his boys go, shout out to his boys, honestly. The rest of the dudes from Pomona, we got to give it to them that they immediately shut the situation down, because you got to understand, the 22ster keep that fire on him. So when King Pill is doing all this, I'm starting to do the math in my head, and I start thinking, okay, so what's the line that needs to be crossed here in order for the 22ster to up blick on Cuh? Now, in my head, what I established almost immediately was like, if he punches me, I'm pulling out and I'm going to start shooting at him. Okay? That's what's going on in my head. It's like, that's the line that needs to be
ready to take it there with him.
Him just standing close to me is not enough for me to turn this into this kind of situation, right? But either way, like, it ended so quickly, and his homies seemed like they were the ones that really, like, were more even-tempered. And, I mean, his homies really, and, like, Lush can probably attest to this because he actually went to the neighborhood, but basically, like, you could tell that they appreciate the fact that they're even at No Jumper, because let's be real, if you're from Pomona, it's an hour away, you're not really necessarily used to, like, going to places like No Jumper or whatever, and they're looking at King Pill like, okay, he's the dude that's kind of getting our foot in the door to kind of be doing more music stuff, more industry stuff, more internet stuff. And so I think in that moment, his boys are kind of viewing this like, oh, he's about to screw up all the motion that we've kind of got going at this point in terms of the hood vlog, King Pill being in New York. Keep in mind, yes, I did 2 interviews with King Pill. I was also in New York staying in the same hotel with him for like 3-4 days, right?
So you consider him a friend to a degree.
I felt like we had the kind of relationship that was actually legit. He's asking me for advice. He's asking me what I should do, what he should do in his career. He's asking me what, kind of moves he should make. He's telling me, yo, I'm thinking about moving back to the California area. I'm thinking about, if I move out there, do you think that we'll be able to consistently do content on No Jumper? And I'm telling them, like, yes, bro, like, I actually kind of believe in you. I think that you have potential maybe as a podcaster or whatever. Now, after the Tuesday show, I was very let down, and I was very much thinking like, oh, I'm tweaking. Like, I'm crazy because he sucked yesterday. Like, he just didn't say shit. He was just sitting there quietly. It was terrible. So I'm already kind of checking myself in my head of like, oh yeah, that ain't gonna work, because he showed up like the worst version of himself possible. He wasn't funny. He wasn't charming. He wasn't interesting. It was just boring. And then he gets marked out by Aunt Hefe, quote unquote marked out. Some people could view that as being not a mark out, and actually more of just like a check-in. But it was something.
A stern talking to.
It was a stern talking to, for sure. Anyway, the crazy thing about it is that the thing that he decided to use to turn up on me was just so illogical in nature, because I've never had anybody expect that they were going to get paid like 5 minutes after the podcast ended. And when I tell them like, oh, it might take like an hour for him to get back to you, that you trip out like that and start damn near thinking about assaulting me. Like that to me was just so mind-blowing. And obviously anybody with half a brain could probably figure out how I feel about this, which is that I now no longer fuck with King Pill in any way, shape, or form. I have to admit, Flocko has been in the group chat telling us over and over and over, this guy is a J-Cat. He's a piece of shit. He's a clout chaser. Really, I should have listened to 4 Extra too. Said he was a smoker. Said he was a weirdo. Here we are. 4 Extra, I may have been wrong. Flocko, I got to admit that you were right about a lot of stuff, and I hate that. I hate having to admit.
Flocko being right.
Flocko being right is probably the worst thing that I could ever imagine. But that is, in fact, how this went down. And honestly, I think it was probably the first time that any rapper, person that we had on the podcast, etc., had ever ever tried to like do anything physical towards me in any kind of way, shape, or form. Now, when you watch the clip, and I'm sure a lot of you guys are probably going to rewatch this, you can tell that King Pill really like wasn't doing anything until his boys got between him. You know, like
that's when he brought out his camera. And
that's when his camera comes out, and that's when it becomes the kind of thing of like, oh, like hold me back. I don't want to. Oh yeah, hold me back. I'm gonna do something to him. Like he didn't have that energy. He was just kind of standing close to me until his homies start jumping in between him, and then all of a sudden he's Hulk Hogan. Now I guess I'll turn it to Donnie and Lush, who are both there. What was this like for you witnessing this insane situation?
Well, first of all, shouts to the dudes from 456 that were there because I really feel like they recognized very quickly what time it was and the fact that they like it could have been a different dynamic if they would have just backed his play. You know what I mean? There's other people like a 4Extras, for example. I feel like if 4Extras friends saw him getting mad, I don't know if they would want to come. They might be like, we're all tripping now.
You kind of got the vibe that this was not the first time that this ever happened, that they're sort of used to having to calm him down, and that when he is in that situation that they know that he's kind of a volatile person. And I think a lot of people in that moment probably realize like, oh, he's doing this to overcompensate for the mark out that just happened on camera, because the whole time when they're reading the chat and they're seeing everybody say he's getting marked out, and then also you could see that Pill's phone kept lighting up over and over and over. Pill just texted me, I was high, SMH, face palm emoji. Who gets high? Who smokes a bunch of weed and then turns into like somebody who wants to fight the boss man who's giving you an opportunity?
Well, that's the craziest thing is shrooms typically make people. It's a terrible drug for like gang members to take because it makes you very docile.
Yeah. And you saw that when Ant was saying that shit to him, is that when you're on shrooms, that is the worst situation to be in to film a wrestling promo, because it's fucking with your ego and your sense of self, and you're very much like a little ball of jelly and you don't really know how to react.
If Ant came at me like that when I'm on shrooms, I'd be apologizing for 5 hours straight, bro. Like they'd have to escort me out because I'd be like, I would feel so shattered. You know what I mean? Like,
he keeps wanting to blame it on shrooms. This is like the third time he's blamed a mishap on shrooms, right?
Yeah, the shrooms thing is.
Like, leave the shrooms alone, then, dude.
Like, if it's having this adverse of an effect, but I do think you were on point earlier when you said that the other dudes realized the opportunity, because like those guys be rapping, they have clothing brands, they have a bunch of stuff, and that's
now we got to make them famous.
Well, yeah, they're talented kids out there, and the thing is, you know, there's no, there's not like a Nipsey from that hood. There's not a, you know what I mean? Like there's not.
They got King Pill. That's the closest they got.
There's not like YG. There's not like a legendary rapper that's made. They don't have a representation to that degree. They have a lot of like well-respected dudes for sure, but this was like their, you know, shot.
Everybody's trying to get their foot in the door, and I think they all kind of, regardless of what they might have thought of King Pill, I think that they were also kind of feeling like, oh, okay, this is somebody who's kind of kicking in our door and making it more of a thing. And it's like kind of opening doors for us. And so even if we think he's maybe not the coolest guy on earth, he's somebody that we could, you know, use to help get more into the game.
But before me and Johnny give our exact accounts, I do want to ask you this, because a lot of people, like, this is like the narrative that's being pushed, like, against you. Do you feel like it was kind of instigatory, you even asking that question? Do you think that was not a good question to ask?
I'm going to be real. King Pill had V1 of his song publicly available. It's got like 100,000 views or whatever. And then he puts out the remix of the song, and the words are different. The gang disses have been removed. To me, that's notable. That's the kind of thing that we would obviously talk about on a podcast. Now, I already knew the reason why he took it out, which was that, you know, if Bompton G. is going to be on the song, then he doesn't want Bompton G. to be on a song where he's dissing people that would potentially start issues for Bompton G. Hit a J3 laid it out for us super logical when we were all together.
Yeah.
So I thought it was totally logical. I just wanted to hear King Pill explain it, you know? Like, I didn't think that Aunt Heavy was going to turn up like that, because I actually knew already that they had previously had a conversation about it, which is why I was so surprised that Aunt Hefe came with that level of aggression. Now, a lot of people tend to ascribe malice to things that are actually the product of just ignorance. So I do have to kind of like say that my idea was not, oh, let's say this thing that's gonna heat shit up between Aunt Hefe and him. It was just literally like that was not written down on the list of topics. It just popped into my head, and I just said it. And as I said it, I kind of realized like, oh, okay, there's like a weird overlap here because one of the people that song might have offended is actually in the room. But that being said, was it intentional? Did I know that was going to happen? I mean, I don't have that level of foresight. I've actually never really seen that level of aggression or anything even close from Aunt Hefe.
And you know, it's so funny because I keep telling people like that's one of the most like intense moments I've ever seen face to face in a podcast that I've been on. And people are like, it didn't look that crazy, but I guess the energy didn't fully translate.
It didn't fully translate on camera. I mean, you could look at Aunt Hefe's face and see that he was on bullshit. Like he was looking at that nigga like serious. I think from watching it, I feel like King Pill felt the way that you lined him up for that. Because even he was like, see, I knew he was going to mention it up. So I believe that's why that energy was redirected towards you, because he really wanted to do that to Aunt Hefe. But I guess when he got out there, he just flipped it on you. Hold on, this whack calling me right now.
Oh, boy. Here we go.
Yo, we live. We live.
Why everybody calls me talking about nigga trying to say something to Adam?
You didn't see the video? He tried to fight me last night.
Who did?
King Pill.
Nah, that's some buster shit, nigga. You should have got down with Ed. Nigga, Ed checked you. See, check this out. And look, Adam is going to be who the fuck Adam is. Right? Listen, Adam going to instigate. He going to do every with it. Listen, if you feed into it, that's on your ass. Right? Lush, now Lush the one, he be antagonizing, but Lush ain't Adam. Lush going to end up getting shocked out, respectfully. I see it coming. Right?
What do you feel like I did in that instance? I saw your post, Wack.
And you know I fuck with you.
No, I fuck with you too, but like, but what did I do, Wack?
Yeah, what did Lush do?
This is.
Let me tell you the last two things you did. That shit you played with that little kid, playing with that body-o. See, you certain shit you don't Lush to stay away from. When you start to, I'm gonna be real. You are not Adam. Shit that Adam could get away with, you can't. You did some shit to me, but out of respect to Adam, I ain't gonna sock you out. On Paul Rue, you said some shit.
What did I say?
You're welcome.
Listen, I'm gonna tell you, listen to me. Because I thought about it. I thought about it last night till 3 a.m. I'm telling you this, and I'm saying this so I can make sure I refrain from reacting, right? Bro, Adam and my woman have a relationship. Adam shares her shit, posts her shit. They are friends. I understand Adam and my woman's relationship like Adam understands me and Leonard's relationship. It's very respectful. Adam knows this shit. Adam just don't be saying shit because he violating Wack. Adam know that we got that understanding. It's cool. But you, when you say you fantasizing about my woman, man, I will beat your ass.
I did not say it like that, Wack.
How does he know that you do that?
I did not. That is not what I said, Wack. That is not what I said.
You can't do what everybody do. So when Adam ran his play, right? Boom, King Pill knew it was coming.
Yo, Wack.
Right? Everybody knew it was coming.
Wack. Lush did say that every week he goes through approximately 1 bottle of Jergens thinking about R&B.
This is complete.
Listen, I heard what you said. And look, I was gonna sock you out.
I did not say that. I did not say Jergens.
I was
to be
gonna
fair,
get away with it. You know why?
It was
Why I was
Vaseline.
gonna get away with it? Because Adam know I want to sock out a dude they doing business with over his. He know how I am about that shit, right? He know. So he'd have got mad a little bit, but he'd be like, Lush, you playing because you ain't got that type of working relationship with R&B. You don't.
I fucks with R&B, bro.
But what I'm saying is, bro, it was a lot, and I gotta speak on it because Aunt Hefe said something that was very untrue too. Aunt Hefe is coming up there to pod. He know when he's sitting out with any blood or anything from the opposite side that at some point in their life they didn't diss him, diss the C, diss whatever, right? He know that. We all know that, right? But when he said, I'm from A Trey Gangster, you didn't diss my hood. When a nigga dissed the Trey, he dissed it from the bottom to the top. Ain't no community diss. Community diss, if he would have just said he'd have dissed that hood, right? But then Hefe is coming up there with a clear mind to pod. Now, this other dude who been playing super Damu, when Ed got at him, ain't no checking of nothing from the opposing side without it getting going to a squabble. There can't no crib tell me, hey, nigga, what you say? And I know I said something. I know I said something dissing him. It's on.
So, Wack, do you think that this is going to seriously... Wack, is this...
Ed was just trying to conduct business, but I got to correct you. He absolutely did this.
Right. So, Wack, question, is this going to impact how King Pill is viewed or respected in the streets?
Nigga, but hold on, R&B. Who called me an hour ago flipping out? Wanting to come to No Jumper. 2 days ago.
Oh.
King Pill homies is calling me. Time Bomb, 4-5, I don't know how they got my number. I had to tell him, you can't trip on Ant because Ant didn't diss Pomona. 456 Paru. He addressed the nigga that dissed the trade. So all that trying to turn the aggression on Ant ain't with none of that. I fuck with Ant. He ain't diss nobody, right? And not to say Ant ducking no smoke. He a respectable nigga from respectable hood. But
isn't that the way he's supposed to say it though? He said like you ain't dissing my hood, like you wasn't doing that.
No,
like that's a check right there.
Okay,
but that's like
me saying, look, that's just like me saying because 607 Unc said what he said to Munchie, the S word. Well, I'm from Paul Rue. He ain't diss me. No, that nigga dissed everything part of that flag.
No, the way I interpreted it was that Ant knew what time it was, but he was letting him know, like, hey, you ain't do that. Like, you're not standing on your words. You didn't mean that.
No, but you're missing the point. You're missing the point. He absolutely dissed Ant's hood.
Right.
Nigga, I didn't did time. He know that. When the nigga dissed the Trey, that's dissing what he represents. Now, did he diss A-Trey gangster direct? No. But I think Ant came up there with the mind, the pod, and he didn't even want to bring it up. Adam messy ass, that's what he do, him and Vlad. Adam brought that shit up, and I keep telling Adam, you gonna fuck around, and it's gonna go up. And if King Peel would have been another homie, right, they would have been squabbling right there in the thing.
Yeah.
Now, why King Peel blame you? I don't know, because King Peel, you the one put the diss in the song. You the one want to publicize it. You the one took it out. You did that work. You didn't have to do that.
But he was tripping on money. Like really, that's why he probably was upset. But he came in with weird energy. Dude was on shrooms.
I already told
He was
Adam.
talking shit about the topics.
My brother. Listen, that's my brother. I love him to death. I'm ride with him right or wrong. No, I love what he did with No Jumper. That's his platform. I'm only there to help him maintain, sustain, and build it. That's it, right? I stay in my place, right? The pecker on the business, and he the boss of that building. But I keep telling Adam, we giving these nobodies too much clout, too much fast, and they start to think they bigger than the program. That dude is only who he is because Adam took that New York trip and let him sit down there at a time to where he really didn't earn it because there's nothing to it but him acting like a J-Cat. I get it, it's content, but Adam's going to start to see that some of these cats, they letting it get. I did it with Loose Cannon. Loose Cannon really thinks he did it. The world didn't know who he was until I presented him to the world.
I kind of feel like King Pill is the loose cannon of the Red Rag at this point.
There you go, bro.
They need to do a boxing match. Anyway, I gotta go do plug talk. I'm sorry. I wish I could break this situation down in even more detail. But shout out to everybody here. Felice, lovely to see you.
Hi, Adam.
All right, appreciate you guys.
I'm gonna tell you what else I didn't like. That y'all wanted to elaborate on 4 extras, and you let this outside dude to the building shit on it.
Oh, Munchie?
Nah. King Pill.
Wait,
Soon as y'all tried, he like, man, we don't want to talk. That shit boring. We don't want to talk about.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He was just, but that's what I just said. Like he was already had weird energy from the.
But okay, if you're 4X or if you're King Pill and you're supposed to be funny, you're supposed to be like a guy who's good at cracking jokes or whatever, and you can't think of anything funny or interesting or any kind of conversation to say about a motherfucker that you're supposed to have beef with blowing his hand off, then you have officially failed as a podcaster. That is the easiest, lowest hanging fruit ever. If AD, if T-Rail, if any of them suffers a serious life-altering energy, I'm going to be coming in here and podcasting like it's my last day on earth. So if you can't summon a decent 10 minutes of podcasting out of that, then I don't know what the fuck's wrong with you. Anyway, I got to dip.
Dude is sitting back in the building like I'm watching him. Like, dude is laid back, kind of like, well, y'all need me here. He think niggas need it. So all you got to do is what you watch me do. Turn the TV off. They be all right.
All right. Appreciate you guys. Much love.
All right, love.
All right, I'm going to hit you.
All right.
Maybe Donnie and Les.
Yeah. Yeah, Donnie.
Like King Pill
so
was
Donnie,
upset with the topics, and that like it wasn't, the shine wasn't on him. You know, like we weren't talking about him. We weren't talking about this. So I felt like Adam was like, all right, you want to talk about yourself? Well, here you go. Let's talk about you.
I mean, he literally like
Kinda,
said
like,
that.
He probably didn't do it on fully purpose, but it's like,
So
talk about himself. He said it.
So what? Like,
So, all right, let me ask questions because I'm just watching the video. All right.
Officer Remo was cracking.
So,
dog.
where was you at, Lush, in the video?
Okay, so here's exactly.
Where was you at, located in the video?
So I don't even think you see me.
Nah, I don't see. Yeah, I ain't.
You might see.
Rewind it back, Donnie. Let me watch it
see me
again.
in the video at all. Like maybe in the last frame because I was.
So what staff? Who's here left? It's Donnie and Lush. All right,
me
for
and
sure.
Donnie. So it's so basically I walk out of this room, the back podcast room, and all the homies from Pomona are there. You feel me?
Yeah.
And like, I had met them at the Hood Vlog, and we've had a cool rapport and shit. So they came through. They said, "What's up?" By the way, congratulations to my brother Jaleese. You feel me? For finishing school. You feel me?
Thank you.
Yeah, that's right.
I got my bachelor's degree.
Just wanted to put that out.
That's
there right
hard.
quick. So
Shout
yeah.
out to you. What up, Jaleese?
Brother.
And I'm graduating honors in my class.
Honors, motherfucker.
Yes.
That's super
feel
hard.
me?
Shout out to you.
Entertainment business.
So
Come on.
So all those dudes come up to me. I'm chopping up. They're like, "Oh, what's up, Lush?"
Yeah.
So we're like, and as that's happening, I didn't see them, Adam interacting with Pill when they were by the refrigerator and all that.
Yeah.
By the time I was even privy to what was going on with them, they were already getting close to the cubicle or whatever. And I just see, so I'm talking to these guys. We're having a great jovial moment. You feel me? Then I see King Pill walking up on Adam, but he kind of walking up on him like a little bit.
So in your mind, you kind of thinking it's finna go there.
I'm thinking, and I was like, what's going on?
Yeah,
I'm kind of clocking it. And then he's like, come on, man. Like, what's up? Where's my money? I ain't do this for free. What's up with my money? And then even one of his homies looks at me. He's like, what's going on? I was like, I don't know. You feel me? I was like, they're kind of confused too. So we're looking, and then he's all then Adam's like, dude, I told you, Josh will send you the money in a little bit. Just to provide context for anybody that is an actual consistent employee of No Jumper, no, you don't get paid on a daily basis. We're not fucking day laborers at Home Depot. You feel me? We get paid. We file invoices at the end of the month and get paid. You feel me? Now, No Jumper is very accommodating. So if there's certain circumstances, like Pill had told Adam, look, I need some bread.
Yeah.
Him being willing to be like, hey, we'll get you the dough right now. Just give us an hour or two. You feel me? Josh finna send that to you. In my opinion, that's cool. You feel me?
That's normal.
That's normal. I respect that. So he's saying that, but Pill's like, nah, fool, motherfuckers ain't do all this shit for free. So at that point, his homies are already walking over there. You feel me?
Yeah.
And they get in between him. And then at that point, I'm kind of lingering right behind them. I want to obviously I want to defend Adam, but at the same time, I don't want to change the dynamic and make it look like there's you feel me?
Squad is finna be.
Fools are squatting up.
Yeah.
Especially when their energy off rip. I know how to read the room. You feel me? I'm not the strongest.
So you feel like some of them other dudes was on time and Whip Hill?
No,
ready?
I don't think any of them were.
All
I think
right,
they
for sure,
all
yeah.
were realizing that he's tripping. That he's tripping. And I kind of caught the dynamic, even being around all that. Look, first of all, I really fuck with Pill. So this whole situation disappointed me greatly. And I hope there's some way to, you feel me?
Reconcile
or whatever.
So.
Yeah, I don't think, I don't know. Because I was excited about it. Me and him were going to be working on music, all that. I thought he was a cool ass dude. I thought he was a good addition. So even his energy on the pod, I was kind of damn, this is a little bit different. This is not that cool. Then the Ant thing happened. And I was damn. And But then like it seemed like by the end of the pod everything's chill. So so I'm walking to Adam, I had a fucking buzzball in my can ready to throw that motherfucker like a Hadouken.
Yeah, Lush beelined over there. I watched him. As soon as he realized, he went because he was by like the TV area.
Oh, so Lush ready
He
for
went
Bro,
straight there.
wasn't nobody gonna touch Adam and I don't do
Me and Lush
something.
made
Like
eye contact, and I'm like kind of like right on the other side.
he on the other side
by
of the
my
cubicle. Yeah.
But it's like, yeah, like you said, like we're gonna go to get shoulder to shoulder with Adam and then get beat up by all these dudes or something. Like we're better off to the side waiting to see who's tripping, who's not tripping. And once those guys weren't tripping and holding him back,
They all knew he was tripping. They're all like, and they not no marks. You feel me? Like they some like official dudes from their section and all that. You feel me?
Right
Like
there, I'm standing like right behind Adam. But then when he goes inside and then we think it's over with, the King Pill circles back while Adam's looking for the lighter.
Oh shit!
also not a very. It's a very.
Yo,
But, oh
Yo,
my
yo,
God! Here he is a gloat.
big Flocko.
Hey, listen, man. All I'm gonna say is, well, one, it's time for Flocko to be in charge of the hiring that goes on in that building. No, hey, listen. Ask Flocko or ask anyone. It's hardly been wrong about anyone in that building. Listen, yo, me and Lud done had our conversations where I predicted like niggas arts and niggas drama before they even got into
I ain't
it.
gonna lie, Flocko. You definitely have. You've been right about like 5 to 6 things lately.
Man.
In that group chat.
Man, Flocko whole ass is the key maker. He understands the matrix better than anybody. Fuck this fool.
No, right? No. Also, too, though, bro, like, why I believe it's time for me to take over the hiring process is because when it comes to white folks, yo, white folks are enamored by any nigga with face tattoos who big a game, right? Like, they're enamored, they're fascinated. They think that any nigga with a face tattoo with a rag on, that nigga is
Flocko,
gangster.
hey, hold on a second. First of all, just to be honest, Flocko used to call himself Infant Ace Boy Trey, just for context here. All right. Continue.
No, but though, there are just certain things that non-white is able to pick up. Again, bro, it's probably like the cracker empathy, right? Like,
This nigga.
Hey.
No, I'm being real, bro. Y'all are empathetic towards any like sad story. So, bro, when I spotted King Pill,
He's not wrong. He's not wrong.
When I spotted King Pill from the very beginning, bro, I told niggas, one, he's not like that. He's a buster. Y'all said he's the biggest blood implementer. I said, bro, you niggas are tripping. And I also told y'all he is untalented. He has nothing to offer. He's a J-Cat and a smoker. For some reason, y'all thought this dude was some type of head honcho mafia boss, so y'all thought that it was beneficial to have him around.
Run his fade.
Don't like his music.
Run his fade.
Don't like his music. Lush, Adam, and anybody else who was blocking for that nigga, bro.
No, 456 is a banging ass song. I don't give a fuck what anyone says. That song is hard.
That was a good song.
Great
I
song.
hate the fact, right? I hate the fact, right, how y'all love to vouch for any nigga with a face tattoo who's part of the gang gangsterism, and then when they show you they a buster, now all of a sudden, I never vouched for them. King Pill shows y'all he's a buster. He's the biggest buster I've ever seen, bro.
Okay, but
The nigga's done
Flocko,
this.
you got to understand that in this podcasting space, when it comes down to it, we have to build lore. We have to hype people up. They're not just going to care about Lush because he's capable of spitting a mean 16. We got to tell the people out there that this is not just Lush. This is the Clemson Street General. This isn't just Donnie. This is the only white boy who went in and did years in solitary fighting demons. I probably made most of that up, but you got to understand.
Fighting
Jaleese in Northern California, catching bodies, making diss songs, etc. We got to hype people up to make them care about people.
But a schizophrenic homosexual gangbanger is where we should draw the line at, homie.
This nigga.
All right, like, no, honestly, bro, listen, his first appearance on No Jumper, he brought a bag of Tylenol and told y'all that it's cursed. He also rubbed his body with like baby oil. That's what all this showed y'all, bro, that he was coming in, like trying to convince the world of this persona. Oh my God, I'm this perked out, crash out. No, he's just a poor bitch. Listen, bro, any nigga, bro, who is searching for $200, he clearly has an appetite for drugs. The nigga is clearly a smoker. He's clearly a fucking homosexual, man. And
Homosexual.
again, I'm not
Flocko.
saying, right, that I should be complete. Well, I'm not, wait.
Flocko,
Again, I'm not saying, right, that I should be 100% in control of it, but I'm saying the next smoker you want to hire, man, just consult with me, bro.
I'm the only smoker in the building. Don't worry.
This is not like the only person that you have claimed was too volatile to have on the podcast. This is just the one where you ended up being right.
Oh, something's coming. Oh, no. Wait, hey,
love
let's
this
we can talk about it, right? Y'all seen a little piece of the water trouble you niggas is in, right? With Child Anthony last night. Oh, listen, that's gonna foreshadow what's the trust me. I'm gonna be right with that one too.
Wait, the Lil Brazy arc was incredible. Is that what you're talking about? I can't even hear him 100%.
Lil Brazy straight out of a Larry Clark film. He's like literally Harmony.
On
he's-
Larry
No,
David, he was
I'm saying-
amazing, yeah.
What'd you say, Flocko?
Nah. I said the only other person y'all been saying that I was wrong about is Ed Hefe. I'm saying y'all got a peek into the world of trouble that's coming y'all way last night. And trust me, I'll be 100% right about that one too. I promise you that.
This is bad.
Wait.
Quote,
So
unquote.
you saying Aunt Hefe is gonna end bad too? That's what you just saying.
No, that's not what he is.
Listen, Finn. Wait. Finn, tell me a gangbanger that ended right on no jumper.
I mean, there's a couple of them. AD, Whack.
Yeah, lots.
There's a lot of solid dudes, even if sometimes we have J-Cat in our midst.
Wait, pause. AB ended right and on a jumper, and Corner Adams, that was a disaster situation.
I mean, it wasn't no physical altercation or anything that happened. I mean, he just left the company.
Yeah, he left and we talked shit on the internet, and that was it.
I mean, but he was here for like 3 years, never had any problems or anything. Like,
Actually did
they
good
just
on the
parted
platform.
ways.
It ended horribly, right?
But it didn't end horribly in a way where any violence or anything that is like, it ended horrible because niggas wanted to do their own thing.
Yeah, if like the worst situation is like somebody comes on the podcast for multiple years and then eventually they leave and talk shit on the way out, it's like, okay, I think we can handle that.
Again, I'm telling you, man. Again, maybe I'll be wrong. I don't want to be wrong. Something right, because I'll be real. I was one of the first ones who told y'all. He's right in Hefe. He's very talented. I'm the reason why he's on No Jumper. And plus, so I wanted to end right, but I'm just telling you, man, when it comes to these gangbanging niggas, man, outside of Whack 100, because Whack is 27 and he is older and well evolved. But outside of Whack, you can't trust these gangbanging niggas, bro. These gangbanging niggas will burn you one at a time. I'm telling you, man. But hey, listen, man.
Hold on.
Hey,
What about Munchie?
Yeah, and what about your boy P Nice?
Oh, yeah, Munchie me too. Sorry.
What about your boy
Yeah,
P
why-
Nice and them? Anyways, hey Flocko, I know it's a slightly different topic, but you had a combo with Rich Trapper yesterday on a Community.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
How'd that go?
Right. So the Buster admitted that he completely lied and was cloud chasing, and that's how our beef started. So after he did that, you know.
I'm not gonna lie, it was a W for Flocko. Like,
Really?
Yeah, like it was a W for Flocko. So on the show, this fool, they called it. Rich was on the show, and then they called Flocko, and you know, Rich wouldn't even let he talked, and then he wouldn't even let Flocko talk. But AD and them were agreeing with Flocko's points and telling Rich to chill. But like, it just didn't make Rich look good.
I think the Rich Trapper storyline is probably going to end up very much like the Dejan storyline as far as his Figmunity arc. Wouldn't that probably be fair to say?
I could definitely see it going that way.
Two gay men who don't know how to act, and at some point he's going to do something like, look, his first time on a Figmunity platform, he ended up putting his nutsack on T-Rail's neck.
Well, he also told he sexually threatened Flocko a couple times yesterday.
Damn.
like in their back and forth, he was talking about teabagging him and all this shit. Bro.
I don't understand how anybody's saying that I ducked the fade, because when you actually watch that clip, I was the only one who in any way physically interacted with him. I took my hand and went like that, which is way more than he actually did to me. So, I mean, I don't understand how anyone could say that I ducked the fade. If anything, I was being protected by all these other bullets.
This is like how far off the deep end we are. And so we're like, now I get it. You feel me? You know what? Fuck it. Give me my Krispy Kreme hat. Fuck it. It's on. You know what? why the fuck is a multimillionaire owner of a company gonna catch the fade with one of his employees who's intoxicated and acting unreasonable? That's the dumbest shit I ever heard. He's not no gang member either. He's a civilian. I'm talking about Adam. You
And
feel
if
me?
I
Like,
did shoot at him, I would.
And that's what I was telling
I
you,
would
Adam.
hope that I would blow his hand off so I could create a boxing match.
And if you, here's the cold part, based on the laws of our fucking bitch ass state, which I love with all my heart, if you uphold and shot him, you probably be the one to get in trouble.
Hell no. In my business where he's trying to attack me,
I
I'm
don't know,
good.
bruh.
Nah.
Our laws are so fucked up. Shit, maybe because you white. And
Don't
you
put
feel
that in
me,
the
like,
air. Maybe because
No,
you're
his
white.
No.
Oh my
I'm just-
God.
You guys don't think
I
there's,
feel like you
there's no
just-
truth to what I'm saying?
No,
I'm
that
thinking-
was
I
that
don't
was
think so.
self
He got the
defense.
lawyer money.
Shit,
I'm
yeah,
not
he
the
got
kind of
lawyer
person
money,
that would
but-
shoot him
That was
unless it
self-defense.
was like obviously a situation in which it was permissible. I don't think.
No, I'm not saying that you would.
And I would've aimed
but-
for the right hand.
Jaleese, I would encourage all of y'all to look up the self-defense laws in California and how flimsy they are and how little wiggle room you'd expect. Anyway, whatever. Regardless, the fact that Adam didn't duck no fade in this situation. If anything, what Wax said is right. When Ant was turning up, you feel me? That was an opportunity for two grown men to go in the back and get down if it required it. You feel me? Like,
Adam, let me ask you, any learning lessons from situations like this? What do you take from this?
Nothing. I've done all this before. It's not surprising. People a lot of times have, a relatively short shelf life. King Pill probably could have spent many years doing content with No Jumper, and instead he did 2 interviews, and then he went on the No Jumper show once, and he basically got booted off because he couldn't handle his shit. So for me, really not that big a deal. I do think like much less of him as a person. I do also think that the narrative claiming that I knew that situation was going to actually work out that way is pretty smoked out, because I didn't say anything about the word that was offensive. And there's a bunch of words. If you listen to the original Slide first verse, there's a bunch of different things
For
he's saying
sure.
that are going at a bunch of different gangs. I didn't say anything about the specific one that could offend somebody in the room. I just asked him about censoring the song in general. And keep in mind, I was there when he originally had the conversation about censoring the song, which he seemed pretty resistant to at first, and then he ended up doing it. So, of course, I was curious about why he did so. Asking about that in an interview or on a podcast is actually a very normal thing to ask about. You know?
I had the same reaction as Wack when it came to him saying like, "Oh, that wasn't towards you." I kind of like, if you look at the pod, you'll see I made a face. That's why I didn't know that Wack thought that I was like gooning to R&B when literally I didn't even bring R&B up. When fools were talking about my bar, I masturbate to my friend's bitch that's the sexiest. You feel me? And then everyone was like, "Oh, who is it?" They
Right,
thought
that's what I
talking-
was thinking, is that you didn't
I
specifically
didn't.
say
Someone
that.
else brought up R&B, and I was like, "Well, you feel me?" Like I was basically saying that's the whole point of the bar. It was I was trying to be creepy, and I was trying to insinuate that I jerk off to the homies' bitches. You feel me? Which has been, it's my sense of humor. It's
It would be a
twisted,
weird
like-
thing for a lot of people to say, but we're talking about Lush here, and that's
Yeah,
kind of
and I'm
par
not
for the
gonna,
course.
bro. I'm so, you know what? Everybody be fucking doing shit like that. I'm just the only one with enough balls to actually like, or give a fuckingness to be like, or not give a fuckingness to actually say it. Like, yeah, you feel me? I wasn't even talking about his beautiful ass wife. She is beautiful though, and I didn't mean no disrespect to Shorty.
Smoking hot.
Smoking hot. You feel me? Spencer, whack my bad. With that being said,
I'd
fucking,
give a limb to spend the night with her.
I'm not allowed to say that though. You feel
know,
me?
I
So
know. What is that?
Yeah, I
Well,
think.
okay, but you want to know something interesting is that for many years we've been criticized for not having enough female talent on this podcast. Tania experienced pretty good ratings last night. People seemed like they were into it, so I would like to keep messing with Tania on the podcast and everything. And then in addition to that, Wack has said that he would like R&B to be tried out on the platform. So I am down to have her on the news and whatnot. I don't know. I can't promise anything. I can't promise that the fans are going to love her, but at the very least, We're gonna have her in here, and I predict that she will be treated with a level of respect that we haven't really seen from many other hosts.
Bro, I'm so nice to R&B. Like I should like treat her like the queen that she is, bro. I'll never disrespect R&B. Whack, what the fuck, bro?
Whack, sock
You
him
feel
out.
me? Like, yeah, come on, Whack, bro. You're supposed to be the. You said you protect me, Whack. What the fuck? With that being said, when he made the like, I thought the same thing. You see my face in that moment. I was like, because I know everything, bro. Like, if you say that word, like Wax said, to me, maybe I don't know what the fuck I'm talking. I'm just a dumb white boy from the West Side, right? But like to me, anything when you use that word, anything moving, anything Trey's, anything gangster, and A-Trey is the godfather of the, you feel me? Like shit, like you don't really gotta do beyond cursory knowledge to understand that. So I felt like, yeah, that I know what the diss was, but I was also like, that's why I tried to divert the topic at that moment. Adam, I was like, that wasn't the only gang he switched.
Exactly, and people are not giving me credit for the fact that as soon as it got intense, I was like, okay, we can move on past that. And there was probably $80 worth of donations last night, like $5 donations of people basically saying, oh my God, King Pill got marked out. Oh, Aunt Hefe stood on business. King Pill's a bitch, etc. I didn't read any of them. And then I got to deal with those people going to the Reddit, going to the comment section, complaining about me not reading their donations and shit when obviously I'm just trying to avoid heating that situation up, because as much as I love a good argument on the podcast, I'm not trying to have it when it's a situation that realistically is probably going to turn into a violent thing if it gets heated. So I don't know. I was trying to play peacemaker after my initial comment. Maybe me bringing it up, if I had really thought it through, I wouldn't have brought it up, but I don't think it's that out of line to just be like, hey, you edited your song. You took all the disses out.
Well,
what's up with that? There's like 4 disses that weren't in it.
But I think right after you said that, you said like and
I was like,
that's
oh,
what made it worse.
Yeah,
you feel me?
Yeah, that did make it worse. Yeah, I didn't really like think about how that was gonna go. You know,
it was kind of like an in the moment thing. It is what it is.
We haven't heard from Aunt Hefe yet, right?
No. I mean, we could call in and see what
I do want to hear what he thinks about the aftermath, because this happened right after Aunt Hefe left, right?
Yeah.
Yes. This happened right after.
He was out.
I can imagine if he was still in the building, the energy would have been a little different.
I thought it was Ant and Pill at first. When I first heard the like little commotion, I thought it was them two.
Yeah,
and it already did.
That's the tension that everybody was like monitoring.
And don't be by yourself. You feel me? Like, I mean, I'm not saying he won't be by himself, but you feel me? Like he's Ants. You feel me? You know how to. I would
love to hear Ant's take on this, because I don't know if he's seen this yet, but that was definitely interesting.
They both were
reading the chat. It's so awkward when two people are both reading the chat.
I want to afterwards. I'm gonna give you guys a drugged out perspective. I know. I want to put myself inside King Pill's mind because I know exactly what happened.
No, you caught a stray though. I don't know how that one came to you.
Oh, you seen that?
No,
Yeah.
From Whack.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, he did not pick up at this time. King Pill did text me, I'll be back, with a middle finger.
Do we want to? Is it doing like 10 munch? Like, King Pill.
I feel like King Pill can kind of like narrate this, say what he wants to say. I'd actually almost be surprised if we go to his Instagram and he hasn't posted about it yet.
Well, I think you said he posted a reel already, right?
But the reel was. Oh, okay. We might actually have it.
Honestly, like King Pill, I'll say this.
Okay. Go to King Pill's Instagram.
All right, so we got King Pill response.
It's Instagram.com/KingPill_TVV.
If I was King Pill, I wouldn't post that. But I guess on him, I guess.
Yo, that shit was funny though.
It
definitely doesn't make him look too great, but it doesn't make him look that bad. So I feel like he might still post it. It's the third one. No, not a story. That's still
feed.
a story. Third post.
One more.
The number 3.
To the right, yeah.
There you go. Oh, wait. Hold up on that. We're going to do the Aunt Hefe phone call real quick.
Oh.
Aunt Hefe.
What's going on? Adam's happening with it.
Chilling, man. We on the news right now, and we were just wondering, like, what your perspective was on. I don't know if you heard, but King Pill tried to engage in fisticuffs with me last night after you left.
The classic Aunt Hefe laugh.
Adam on some bullshit. He try to fight you.
He tried to squabble over me, man. It's on the No Jumper Instagram.
No, I I mean, shit, y'all. As far as that, I don't know why he try to fight you, but it's just as far as over the whole situation, just I ain't into all the, everybody spinning their little narratives on social media. That's why I just feel like in that conversation, he shouldn't even inserted himself in the conversation because he kind of inserted himself in the conversation where I was talking to Lush because that's why I was just trying to kill it right there. Like, look, bro, we not even about to linger with that topic or even make this like the butt of no jumper joke or none of that. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? But he wanted to intervene, so that whatever that little exchange was what it was. So,
I don't think he understood that was. I don't think that.
You though, I was like, damn, like shit, why, like shit.
And I don't think he understood that that's what you were doing, though. I think he was like mad confused. I don't think he got that you were like saying he didn't diss my hood. I don't think he got you were addressing me at that moment.
But I mean, shit, everybody else heard. I just feel like this. Like at the end of the day, it's like you came out, you interject to say the same shit that I was saying. Like it don't even make no sense for you to say the same shit that I'm already explaining. So it's like kind of making it seem like you putting yourself on a defense mechanism was making me. It's gonna make me get defensive right off the bat. Like hold on, like. Fuck if we talking about because you saying the same shit I'm saying.
For sure. Yo, so my question is nobody seems to believe me in the chat, but when I brought up him censoring the song and taking out the gang disses, I didn't really think it 100% through and didn't think about the fact that you were someone who might feel the way about that. So do you feel like I was instigating too much by even bringing that up?
Like really, I would have said something already. I'm not like mad at you anything. Like I kind of this is how I feel about the situation, right? I didn't think it was gonna come up. You feel me? I was gonna holler at him, aside off the camera about that, but being that it came up on camera, it came up. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like I'm not mad because like I've been watching No Jumper for a long time. A lot of motherfuckers want me to be mad, and a lot of motherfuckers like, oh man, you see, I told you. Adam was gonna do you like that or do this and that, and I'm just like telling motherfuckers like I know what Adam do, like you feel me, like a motherfucker or like a watching, you know what I'm saying, like a motherfucker know what's going on, and like we already had a conversation. Like Adam asked me even before we even got on air, like what's your triggers and shit like that. We already had a conversation, which motherfuckers don't know. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I was gonna holler at him off camera about it, but it came out. But I think he kind of like made it come out because you know what I'm saying. Y'all was asking him like, damn, what's up with you? You on the pod? You just. You ain't being yourself or, doing what you do usually. And, you know what I'm saying? Shit, you kind of like shit, threw a curveball and asked you like a spicy question. You feel me? And then it's just like, as a member, like, I like you a civilian. So I'm not going to like really get mad at you, but that's what I be talking about. And that's what we was explaining. That's what I was trying to explain about the Munchie B situation. Like real members, like if you a member, my nigga, you already know how to conduct yourself. So just like, even if I was in his seat and you threw that curveball at me, I would have known how to answer that question where it would even got a mug, either it would have put me on the offense or had me have to speak up about it. You know what I'm saying? Because I would have already known how to answer the question. But like when you start laughing and like motherfuckers trying to make this shit like this shit a joke, like no, this shit ain't no joke, man. Like we ain't about to do that. Like we gonna keep this shit player, like all that other like internet shit, bro. Like I don't play like that. I don't play with people's hoods. I don't diss hoods, and motherfucker ain't gonna play with mine. So,
For sure, yeah. I didn't want you to feel like I was, trying to put you in a weird situation or some shit like that. It was kind of like I didn't really like fully think it through when I said the thing about how he censored the song. Which if anybody heard the original song and the second version of the song, it's like okay, he did change the lyrics, and I was around when we first had the conversation about him changing the lyrics. So I was thinking about asking it, but I didn't think about the fact that, you were a little bit more invested in it.
Yeah, no, because like, you got to understand because like on a political level, but like I said, I don't fall into what the masses fall in. But at the end of the day, like, yeah, like I'm not a YN, but I am from where I'm from. Like, I'm not a motherfucker talking about I don't gang bang. See, I think a lot of people get shit misconstrued because I'll be like, and then like I don't be tripping. I don't be tripping as I once would have tripped. I'd be on some peace shit, but like I'll be telling motherfuckers because a motherfucker tell you they peaceful don't mean that a motherfucker not gonna resort to violence. Like a nigga peaceful for a reason. Like don't mean that I'm not prone to violence. Like that shit is easy, and I already did that. So I'll be trying to be on some mellow shit. You feel me? But just like, yeah, that's just something that had to be. I wish we could have did it off camera, but like, if I was on some bullshit, what people don't understand and recognize, bro, I can really be on a lot of bullshit. When y'all went out there to New York, I could have been on some bullshit, bro. Like my hood is the deepest hood out there. But y'all went out to New York and y'all was around Bobby Shmurda and them. If I wanted to really be on some bullshit and I was invested in it that much, I could have hollered at them like, hey, bro, what's up? What y'all got him around for? He got a song that's controversial. I never heard the song. Like everybody was like referencing the song to me, like, hey man, you know you got a song with him. This in your set. I'm not one of them people. Like if you tell me something is disrespecting, like I didn't want to go listen to that shit, so I never listened to the song. Me actually first time hearing the song is hearing a clean version. I never heard the song with the disrespectful term in it because I don't want to go listen to that shit. So I never even heard it. You feel me? So, but like no, like I just I wasn't tripping like that because at the end of the day, that's how the internet gonna play, and I'm not gonna never let the internet or no civilians play some shit that I really ain't live. Like I know what he mean at the end of the day when you say that word. Like, we the original. Like, when you say that word, that's dissing us. But at the end of the day, like, man, we don't beef with no goddamn power rule. This nigga wailing in another city. You know what I'm saying? But those are gangster crips that he is dissing in those are trades and those are homies of ours. But, you know what I'm saying? I know who they directing it at. Like 4, 5, 6, 8 trade. We don't have no smoke. We don't have no beat. That like Pomona is a motherfucking hour away and like an hour and some change with traffic on the freeway. So I know who he directing it towards, but it's just still that word being mentioned is still gonna leave like a fucking elephant in the room because I'm a trade.
Nah, facts. All right, yo, I appreciate you, bro. Much love, and see you soon. And check out that thing I DM'd you or I text messaged you as well.
Yeah, I'm checking it out. Yeah, I'm checking it out for sure. I'm gonna get back with you on that too.
For sure. Much love, bro.
All right.
No, actually, you want to get hyped for some content? Tommy G hit me this morning asking me. He's basically doing a video in LA about a bunch of Crip stuff, whatever. And he's like, "Do you have any like kind of underrepresented?"
What's up, guys?
What's up?
Rambo in the building.
What's going on, G? How you living?
What's happening, brother?
And ironically, he's actually tapping with him too.
That's crazy. What's going on, bro?
But Tommy G's gonna, if Aunt Hefe agrees to it, and he's gonna go to Aunt Hefe's hood and do content with him, which I'm super excited for.
Tommy G, that's legendary.
Yo, Ralph, sit down. You don't even know him.
Yeah.
Get out of here, Unk. God damn, look at him. He's turned up.
Okay.
Okay,
because I was being too nice.
Let's watch this King Pill video real quick. I just want to hear what he said in this clip, and then we can.
Are you familiar with what happened yesterday over here?
Okay. Oh, all right. Yo, let's play this King Pill. And also, before we even do that, I just want to say shout out to Fresh from Fresh and Fit. Nothing but love. He sent $50 and showed love. Said I'm a good dude, so I appreciate that. Fresh is a 101 legendary human being.
No.
All right,
$50
play this. I want to hear what he said and show the screen.
Nigga marked me out when a nigga say you diss the set. Then at the end he say you ain't diss the set. So am I the only nigga high and can't figure out how I got marked out? Shit, I can't think of one word that made me feel like I needed to turn up. Shit, I said what I said. Niggas are supposed to turn up on me. Shit, it is what it is though. Nigga said I dissed this set, and at the end he said I didn't diss this set. But I got marked out. Make it make sense, man. I'm trying to figure out.
That was pretty boring. But yo, shout out to Big Sad. Big Sad donated $1,000 to the 4Extra GoFundMe.
Interesting move.
Shout out to
Real shit.
Big Sad.
Shout out to Big Sad. That's some real shit right there. All right, I gotta go back into the porn zone. My bad too, because I wish I could podcast with you because for some reason today everybody's bringing your name up to me. Everybody.
Yeah, no.
Tommy
Rambo,
G calls me. He's like, "Yeah, I'm tapping in with this rapper." I'm like, "What?" Lush was just telling me that he's pulling up to the news. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Damn.
No, we not fucking around with the fuck around. We got top tier. You feel me? People coming to the function. Dog.
Watch out for Jaleesa. Though. She's a silent assassin over here, man.
Yeah.
All right. Shout out to you guys. Appreciate y'all.
All right, Adam.
So okay.
So put us down. Who we got in the room for the people who don't know?
So Rambo in the function, and here's why I'm excited that both of y'all are here too, because we got two natives of the SIP. You feel me? Mississippi definitely in the building.
What up with it, man?
You feel me? Like my dog Remo. We got motherfucking Rambo, bro. Okay, so you have been kicking up a lot of dust. You've been in the studio with everybody right now, going stupid viral. A lot of people didn't even know that there was such a strong presence of the Rich Rollins over there. You feel me? Like, oh yeah. So break it down. Let them know like how long is the Crippin been activated like that out in them sections.
And what part of Mississippi?
I'm from Hattiesburg, Mississippi.
Oh, I bet. Say that.
For sure, but I want to say that the game been going on for a long time, because we got people that came from, like, originated from LA, you feel me? That just brought it down to us, introduced us to it. But it's been going on for a long time, for real.
That's right.
Yeah.
And you was in the studio last night. Like, did you do the joint with Corrupt yesterday? Or?
No, I ain't. I was just linking with him. I ain't do too much of nothing.
Yeah. This dude's like hopping on joints. Like, this is like the guy that everybody wants on their record right now. If y'all don't know, like, he's literally like kind of, they calling you the cheat code. I don't know if you heard that, but yeah, they saying you the cheat code right now. So we gonna have an array of topics to discuss. But first of all, what's your take on what happened yesterday? The whole King Pill situation, him turning up on Adam, the young and Hefe altercation, all that shit.
I don't know, for real. I kind of like, you know what I'm saying? I peeped into it a little bit, but I ain't had too much input, for real.
Yeah.
Looked like a little emotion, though. That's all I could tell.
It was so. Here's what I think. This is my final thought, and then we could like
move on from this topic.
Put this to rest.
What's your final?
My final thought is this. So, King Pill came through off the shrooms. He's like, I'm going to No Jumper. I want to make a strong impression. I'm gonna go on shrooms. They hit him a little bit harder than he expected. By the time he walked in, they pretty much had him by the balls. He talking about, oh, Adam, wow, your tie-dye shirt looks crazy. Da, da, da. It's already a wrap at that point. You feel me? Trying to give him good energy and make him feel comfortable, because I know how it feels to be shrooming when you're not supposed to be shrooming. You feel me? At that point, like, then he's like, in order to overcompensate for the vibes which he's feeling, which like, shrooms gonna make you super chill, accepting, damn near loving. He's like, damn, I'm in a room full of gang members. How some of these, you feel me, people's adjacent affiliations and things like that.
Yeah.
Let me like kind of make my energy a little bit different. So then he tried to be like, make it all about him. Like, oh, these topics suck. This is that. This is negative. This is that. And then the altercation with Ann Hefe happened. That kind of sent him to the moon, and at that point, he was kind of checked out. He probably receiving a gang of texts, reading the chat, and by the end, he's like, I ain't do this for free. Adam, where's my money right motherfucking now, because I'm fucked up over this.
Exactly. I feel like it. He probably wanted to press Adam over that $200 if he ain't feel like I feel like Adam set him up with that question, even though I don't know if Adam did it on purpose. Adam just be, how Adam do his shit. So I think that made him like, nigga, I just did this shit. Nigga saying I got marked out for $200, nigga. Where the fuck the 200 at? That's why I take it from it, because ain't no way in hell. Because the only reason I even know about the nigga King Pills, because Adam been pushing this nigga heavy. So like, for him just to turn on Adam for $200 and they was just in New York and shit, I think it was more so the fact that he felt like the Ann Hefe situation was Adam's fault, so he kind of like took it there with Adam because of that.
And I think he's a very intelligent dude, and he knew that this is like, Adam's like, yo, I want to try you out as a permanent host on this show. You feel me? Like,
yeah,
let's see how it goes. And he knows he didn't have the best performance. He off the shits, didn't put his best foot forward. So by the end, he probably like, you feel me, knows that the relationship with No Jumper might not be what it was before he walked in the building that day. And
I don't see that part of it. Adam would have probably gave him a different shot if it wasn't, you know what I'm saying? Nigga would have been like, I was on shrooms, let me come back. I think it was the fucking, all that energy he had for Adam was really for Ann Hefe. That's 100% what it is.
So basically what Wax said, you think there's a little bit of truth to that. Like,
it gotta be.
He should have had that energy for Ann.
Nigga, any nigga watching that shit, if you ain't seeing that shit, then you ain't seeing, like, nigga, if that energy was redirected towards Adam because he ain't like how Ann Hefe came at him. That's just 100% how I see it.
I don't want
to say something.
Yeah, what up?
Please.
You been quiet. Please say something.
I've been wanting to say something, but I'm just letting y'all talk.
I love.
Okay, so I'm so confused. So is one from LA, one from New York?
No.
They're both from New York.
No, they're both from LA, but Pomona is not. Pomona to LA is like essentially like Pittsburgh to Oakland. You feel me? Like it's it's like a 45 minute to 45, yeah. It's a little hike. But
so I'm confused in regards to the politics. Can somebody elaborate on the politics? I'm confused.
Okay.
Is one from? I'm
okay, so there's like, within, and you could probably correct me if I'm wrong. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? But there's like different types of there's different cards under Crips. There's like rolling neighborhood Crip, and there's gangster Crip. There's Hustler Crip. There's different kinds of, you feel me? There's different sectors. Now, Gangster Crip is a huge sector. You feel me? That all originates from A Trey, Gangster Crip. You feel me? So if you Trey/moving/gangster, that's all technically under the same umbrella. The like I said, A Trey is the originators of that, but they spread out throughout, you feel me, the world, in particular different sets throughout the city and adjacent cities such as Pomona. From my understanding, there are Gangster Crip sets in Pomona, you feel me, that be into it with the Pyru set that he from. Now it's not Hefe's exact set, but it's like a branch off from it. You feel me? So when he had a T word that he used, which is a diss to anybody that's under that umbrella in his song. You feel me?
So they're both Crips.
No. He's
That's
a blood.
what I'm trying to get.
He a Pyru. He a Pyru.
Okay, so one's a blood, one's a Crip. So
yeah, one's a blood, one's a Crip. That's probably the most simple way, but it's like so much more specific than that. But yeah,
so the pill dude was like.
He had a diss against a specific kind of Crip, you feel me? Which could, even though he might not have meant it, dissing Aunt Hefe's specific section, it's like, you feel me, it's still, that word still is offensive to Aunt Hefe's section as well. Originally that was on the song. There was a lot of other gang disses on that song, but most of them were for like local sets in his, also they're also in Pomona that he's deep with. Yeah, in his jurisdiction.
Okay.
But that one happened to carry weight outside of just Pomona and people in LA, you feel me, and other places.
Is the original one still posted, or do they take it down?
No, I believe the original one's still posted for sure. Yeah, because that's like the original video. But on the so Hit a J3, who was on the GNX album, he's one of Kendrick's homies. He from Bompton, you know what I'm saying? He was like, you know what? His friend Bompton G Uno was on the remix. He's like, if you're gonna be on the remix, you got to remove some of them diss words you have, because I don't want my homie now having to be like affiliated with these disses that he didn't say, type shit or whatever. You feel me? So totally reasonable.
So the diss track was played.
So the diss track, no.
Nah, they ain't played.
No.
Just Adam asked them about why you take the. He basically asked them why you did a clean version of it in front of him.
Yeah, why'd you take the disses out?
Like, hey, you made a clean version, you was dissing the niggas.
So the pill dude thought that Adam was instigating this situation.
100%, that's how he felt. So that's why that energy, instead of placing it on Ant, after the podcast over, he probably getting a whole bunch of messages and shit. Niggas like, man, you got marked out or whatever.
Kind of like what happened with like Unc and 4Extra.
There's definitely some overlap in the fact that once he 100%. Saw the response, But I will say this, like I feel like Unc's energy didn't shift to the same degree because on the pod pill, it seemed like he was chilling. You feel me? Like after that, like he might not have been that vocal, but it wasn't like he wasn't like fuck this. I'm out.
But he said he was high though, so maybe he didn't process it.
Definitely didn't process it.
So he waited until maybe when he got out, it started to resonate, and he was like, okay, I just got pressed.
And then it's like, but like,
and then that's what I'd say. He probably seen the clips, reading the comments and shit.
And he fake way got pressed, so dude feeling some type of way.
No, and you wait till just me and Lush are here.
Yeah, exactly. There's like.
And why they always say Lush be instigating? How Lush be instigating? I'm confused.
They gonna always say that, and you know what? I do instigate to a degree. You feel me? I be
Lush know what he do too.
Yeah, I instigate. But I feel like it's my job to instigate. I don't want to instigate.
As a journalist, you gotta ask the hard questions and shit. Or what's the point of you being in this shit? Like, especially this day and age, like nigga, if you call No Jumper, we asking you that shit. That's just what it is over here, and that's what it's been. So it's like,
if I didn't instigate, then I wouldn't have even. I could have not asked Adam. Hey, don't you think maybe you asking that question? I ain't hear nobody else ask that until I asked it. You feel me? Like, but that's what the streets was saying. You feel me? Like. They gonna say both sides.
But they always blame you though.
Of course, I'm the easiest to blame.
Because they don't want to go. They don't want to come for Adam, so they come for Lush.
For show fools come
Lush ain't cutting the checks.
Yeah, exactly.
Niggas ain't finna come, so he going. Exactly. You ain't got the same. You know what I'm saying? Niggas ain't finna.
You don't got the same seniority.
You ain't cutting them checks.
Rich, you feel me? I ain't rich. I be outside.
Now if you was cutting the checks up in here, niggas would probably let some of that shit smooth over. But they're like, nigga, fuck out of here. That's how niggas is on it. But let's get into some of these topics and shit. Cause we've been on this King situation for a minute, but like, all right, I guess these first two topics some more LA gangbang shit. So look, Pop Smoke, and this is Blockstar. I think we interviewed him, me and Adam, right? And I'm pretty sure this is Blockstar who's wearing this photo, but The nigga had on Pop Smoke's the Woo merch, and niggas were saying this is in bad taste because he's one of the 4 people who ran inside Pop Smoke's crib
Absolutely
and
diabolical.
killed
move.
him.
Absolutely.
So this is in poor taste. Yeah, I don't know, cause like when I did the interview with him, he seemed like he said some shit on there that a lot of niggas wasn't fucking with, but he also said that he regret the situation. So to see him wear this is like, I don't know, he doing like some trolling, I guess.
Do you think
Is
he
this
was
when-
trolling? Oh, he is smoking. Okay.
Is this when he was playing Pop Smoke's song too, or is that another post when he was playing?
I
the
didn't
song?
see him playing the song. I
He played
seen the
song
hoodie.
last week too.
See, now that's you. That's niggas gonna take that as trolling though, cause it's like if you a part of the situation of what happened, his demise, and then now you out here wearing merch and listening to music,
Now, this is like clearly an obvious diss, but like here's the thing. So we knew about Blockstar because of this incident. We knew he was related to Treyway, right? Ain't that his? You feel me?
They
No.
they fake brothers, but they brothers.
Yeah,
you feel me?
Yeah.
That's his partner.
They're not related, though.
Okay.
Yeah, but they
But you would
claim
say-
each other. Yeah, for
Yeah,
sure.
yeah, type shit. Okay, so that's what we knew about him. He did this thing, and then we haven't seen him in the news cycle until now.
I slick though he was in jail still, so I didn't know he had got out because he had like right after our interview, like 2 to 3 weeks or maybe like a month later, I think he like violated probation or some shit. He cut off his band and he was locked up. So I guess he back out. He just ain't been making it known, and he went viral for this. So like niggas know like, oh damn, Blockstar out. But yeah, this is I don't know how y'all feel about it. How you feel about
Yeah,
this
yeah.
situation?
Rambo, how do you feel about dissing the dead in general when rappers do that shit?
I mean, my output on it, like, if it's playing ball both ways, you know what I'm saying? You kind of can't even put your input on it because what if it's dead on both sides? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
So what about an incident like this where it's like this? There's like a robbery gone bad that somebody wound up getting. You feel me?
I mean, they still could have history though, despite being a robbery. You feel me? So it probably was some shit on before that. You know what I'm saying? So
Can I say
you
something?
never know for real.
you don't got. Please stop asking. If you
I
just
think
say
I know
something.
something. No, I'm just kidding. No, but he is trolling. I have to think about it. So it is some static in regards to LA and New York, in regards to the Hoovers in New York. So I think Pop Smoke might have been affiliated with some people that the Hoovers have static with.
Well, yeah,
to
he
some
fucked
extent.
with Dusty Locane, who's rolling. You feel me? And like the Pop Smoke's best homie was rolling. You feel me? So
Okay.
they
Yeah, so
enemies
it's some
and-
type of
Poppy running
static.
with Christian.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was some type of static though. So I don't know too much about the politics in regards to LA and New York, but I know it's politics for sure.
Yeah, I mean, like, yeah, I don't know if per my perspective, Remo, you might have more context. Like
Well.
this whole situation when Pop Smoke's B&B got ran up in and led to his untimely demise. I don't think it was a gang motivated thing. They was trying to hit a lick.
Nah,
right?
niggas out
Like,
here flocking and
Yeah.
it's a situation just gone bad.
Yeah,
But I don't think it was like gang related at all.
I didn't
No,
take
I'm
it
not
that
100%.
way.
saying that. I'm not saying it
But
was-
after the fact, it get gang related when a nigga died. And like
Yeah,
No,
now
it's,
it's-
especially
now
look.
it turned into that.
So a lot of affiliates of Pop Smoke, like for example, from a Rowdy Rebel when he was out here.
Yeah.
And then he wound
He
up.
said some shit that had niggas in LA mad.
Yeah, because when he left, he basically said "fuck LA" and he dissed the Hoovers too. You feel me? Like, and it was like obviously a result of the Pop Smoke shit.
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying. But
He feeling the way about the situation.
so yeah. Regardless, I don't know. Yeah, this is clearly in poor taste. But again, like bro said, this is gangbanging nowadays, right?
But
Like,
this is a little
it's-
different though, cause it ain't Pop Smoking them niggas. Or I haven't seen them niggas coming at these niggas like that.
They
So
haven't,
it's like,
but
y'all already did what y'all did, and then y'all trolling and mocking. But on the other side, I ain't really seen them niggas really said or did too much.
But it's like, do we have less sympathy when it's a drill rapper, regardless?
I ain't gonna say. I mean, it's just different.
We as a collective.
Sympathy though, all right, it's different though, cause it's like one thing if these niggas was beefing and a nigga died cause a nigga it was beef. There was no beef between these niggas. This is just like a miscellaneous fluky ass situation where they was involved but it wasn't no hood beef or anything. So I don't know. They
There was
created.
no point.
And by the way, I never do this, but I am going to address the chat just to correct. I didn't say that there was problems between Hoovers in New York. You fucking imbecile. What I was saying is these are historically sections in Los Angeles that don't get along. And when Rowdy Rebel was out here, before he went back, he did make a post dissing L.A. and the Hoovers, and the Hoovers and neighborhood have always had beef. So I didn't say nothing wrong. And Dusty Locane is rolling. So nothing I said was wrong, by the way. I know exactly what the fuck I'm talking about. Anyways.
And I kind of want to like tailgate off of what I said. I wasn't trying to be disrespectful or anything. I was just like kind of like trying to see if it was like politics possibly. But now that you guys say it, I don't think it was, only because he did post his address, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He literally had accidentally doxed himself like on like a package that he received.
On accident.
Yeah, on accident.
Yeah.
Like on live, you feel
Yeah.
me? And then these fools are like, oh shit, you feel me? And like,
Right.
there's Jack Boys in LA,
But,
duh.
you know the story of those guys? They were doing that for a while.
That's what I'm
They
saying.
rolled a car coming from Pasadena that had fingerprints in it that were linked to these guys. That crew was smashing LA for like a year or two before that shit happened. That was just like their finale.
Yeah,
Oh,
and the
okay.
cool part is what, they're 17 years old and shit.
Bro,
like,
youngsters.
Yeah, they were
running around
kids.
down
It was
Yeah.
like 15 to
Terrorizing.
17. They were kids.
Yeah.
They were kids.
yeah. So I was like, obviously, again, like, at what point do we need to hold people accountable, or how long does he just a kid excuse get play?
Well, didn't he come on No Jumper and say that he like apologized for the situation? Like, not really. He didn't say it in that context, but he basically kind of said that.
I think he expressed a little bit of regret, right? Like,
Remorse?
About the interview?
Yeah.
I didn't really see too much of it. He might have. I didn't see it, to be 100. But
I know that people were pissed that we even did that interview,
There wa-
to be honest.
there was people
Yeah.
mad, but then shit, I done went to New York, and I didn't really see too many people that mad about it. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, as journalists and shit, how mad can y'all be? Like, nigga, we just... First of all, it wasn't... Like, Adam has relationships with his homies and shit already, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't even want to name drop, but, like, people that affiliated with No Jumper, they walked this nigga in. Like, hosts that used to be up here pulled up with Blockstar, so it's not like it was just a random reach out. Like, it was a whole bunch of people that Adam already knew, so that's how the interview even happened in the first place. But, you know, niggas gonna feel the type of way because it's just a fucked up
It's a
situation, sensitive situation
Subject, yeah.
overall. But yeah, this is in poor taste. But
Congratulations, bro. You made it to the internet again, because nobody really cared.
I thought he
until-
fell
I
off.
was
I
gonna
thought,
say,
dude,
Yeah,
yeah.
like-
kind of like if you post
like-
anything about this, it's gonna get likes, shares. This is gonna pivot.
maybe he got
Yeah.
some music dropping because I know at one point he was planning on releasing some music. I ain't really heard anything, so maybe this is him trying to gear up to release some music. I don't know, but
We gonna see. The streets are waiting with bated breath for the new Blockstar release. Okay, Dave Blunt's girlfriend went viral. This is a great topic, especially because we got Randall.
Yes.
You feel me? Dave Blunt's girlfriend was on a stream with Neon, and she threw up that chonky naivas. You feel me? She threw up that Rolling 60 crip. And then let's take a look at this clip and then get his thoughts.
It's like Rook 6-0. Come on with that. Don't do
my
that
bad.
shit,
I didn't
bro.
know
Don't
you
do
was
that.
listening.
Don't do that.
What is 6-0?
Don't,
I didn't know he
bro,
was
don't-
listening. Like, just talk to the camera.
Neon stupid. 'Cause he
Come
know
on,
he knows.
Okay.
Come on.
Bro, just talk to the
I
camera.
love
Bro.
Neon.
Shout out Neon.
Okay, let's get back on track.
Oh my God!
All right, Mikhail.
I don't know. I think he was playing as a counselor for them or something.
What,
Maybe I'll call
what
Dave
do you
Blunt
look-
right now and
what-
see if he
Respectful
answers.
for y'all's relationship. It's like
I think that's it, yeah.
My boy said he got him a hood chick now. You know, every week, every 2 weeks, he's cycling them out. Dave Blunt's getting to the paper now. This is like the third or fourth girlfriend I seen this nigga in with like 2 months, right?
You think he's really knocking them down?
Man,
or-
he knocking them down, man.
Oh
He
my
knocking them
God.
down.
Nah.
I don't know. You might be.
You might be.
He knocking them down. Let me see if he gonna. I'm like, where you find her at, my boy? Cause this
Dave Blunt went to the trenches to get a real one, huh?
man, Dave Blunt's popping out with him.
Dave Blunt better be careful fucking with her. I gotta be honest. Like,
Yeah.
I love Dave, bro. I don't want to see.
But my thing is, I don't know if this is fiance or cause he just recently got engaged. I don't know if that's the same chick.
Shit, I'm sure.
He might be asleep. He was in the studio late last night.
Neon pretending not to know what 6-0
Yeah, he didn't
was.
answer.
And like,
Yeah, now Neon a bug.
Yeah. Then looked it up like, oh my God.
Yeah, Neon ass, he crazy. But I don't know. Dave, you better watch out, man, because she might be back door for your ass, bro. You already offended Conrad one time.
Rambo, are you behind this? Did you set this up, bro?
Nah.
What's really going on, player? I don't know. Hey, I ain't mad. Sometimes, I'll say this. I've been said this. Toxic pussy is the best pussy, and and there's not too many females more toxic than gang members. So
now I ain't gonna hold you. I'm interested in So all right, I'm from New York, but I lived in Jackson and shit, or Madison, which is close to Jackson for 10 years, whatever, maybe 15 years. But I ain't never seen Crips in Jackson and none of that shit. But he was telling me, there's a whole bunch of Crips in Habsburg. So what's the car like out there?
It's a lot of Crips.
In Jackson too, though?
From all of Mississippi.
Yeah. For the most part, all I be seeing is GDs and Vice Lords.
Yeah, it's a lot of gangs, period.
Yeah. I ain't never even seen no Bloods in Mississippi to keep 100. So, like, that's why I'll be shocked. Like, damn.
What was the first, like, when you realized, like, okay, like, you feel me, like, we got stupid motion right now, like the music's going up. What was, like, the first, like, moment where you're like, all right, like, people is really logging in?
The anthem, of course. Like, I was getting feedback from So Clean, but by being that sample, you feel me, it wasn't gonna be able to do what it could do because I couldn't get it cleared.
Andre 3000, where you at? You feel me? Shoot this shit.
But the anthem, I mean, it was just our hood day, like, you feel me? So it was kind of like, it was routine, you feel me? It wasn't nothing like that I was like pushing to do extra. It was just routine, like everyday life, you feel me?
Yeah.
So, but when I started seeing the views, I was like, damn, you know what I'm saying? But I knew it was gonna get, you know what I'm saying, traction from what it is.
What did it feel like to get embraced by, like, the community out here, especially, like, your own community and all that?
Oh, no, it's love for sure. Because, like, we need that, you know what I'm saying? Because it is a worldwide thing, like, that we got going on. So we needed that. Everybody come check it out, see how the program work for real, you feel me?
How you get your name out there? Because, being from Mississippi, that's, like, one of the hardest markets to, like, break out of. There ain't really too much out there, as far as, like, media and rappers and shit.
It was like Big Crit, David Banner.
And we got Big Crit and nigga David Banner and like other than that, and Ray Shrimmer.
My boy Corey, he really opened up some doors for sure.
Is that who got you?
ABG Corey, right? He recently got booked.
Yeah.
Because he was CMG.
No,
he was fucking with Propane. I don't know if you know Propane.
No, I don't
Propane
know
Propane, yeah.
Is that how is Corey how you link with Poon or what? How that?
Nah, I link with Poon through my homie Outlaw, J Outlaw.
Shouts to J Outlaw. That's my dog. You feel me? That's a real O right there. You feel
That's
me?
my boy. So I link with Cuz through J Outlaw.
I was disappointed that J Outlaw wasn't gonna be here today. I told him I was like, we gonna have J Outlaw in the building soon, regardless. With that being said, all right. Well, we gonna do this. We gonna do Nikki. You want to do Nikki or you want to do?
Nah, we gotta do Nikki because Nikki, she surprised me because I ain't never seen nobody really come at Jay-Z how Nikki been coming at Jay-Z. Usually people be scared to go at Rock Nation, Jay-Z, the Beyonces and shit, but Nicki Minaj had enough. Like I guess, you know what I'm saying, when you up a couple of hundred M's, you ain't really got the same rules everybody else got. So she obviously ain't giving no fuck. She go to her Twitter page. I don't know what post is on there, but she been going on a full-blown rant on Twitter.
Yeah, no, she been
like
tweaking
24 hours,
regardless.
48 hours.
You might have to scroll down.
Are you a barb?
I am a barb.
I know you're a barb.
I'm a barb.
I know you're a barb.
I am super biased.
Okay, so we know she's been really unhinged recently.
All right, keep scrolling down because that's one of the ones right there. All right.
Jay-Z did kind of fuck her over with that title deal. If we're being honest.
All right, so all right, let's read some of the tweets and then we can I go down a little bit more. Scroll down a little bit more. All right, go up. All right, no, go down because that's one of the first tweets. Go down.
Beyonce need to run.
So all right, this originally started with so Megan Thee Stallion is getting sued by a cameraman or some shit. She supposedly allegedly had sex in front of dude and she tried to get it thrown out. And the dude supposedly like some gay dude or whatever, and he's suing her because he's saying that she forced him to have to watch her have sex or some shit in the back of a car or something like that, right? So Megan Thee Stallion and Rock Nation tried to get the case dismissed. It ended up not getting dismissed. So Nicki Minaj hit the internet and she was like calm. She just started like tweeting about Megan Thee Stallion case not being thrown out. And then she just randomly started going in on Jay-Z. So she, this is the first thing she tweeted. She said, "We calculated about 100 to 200 million so far. Jay-Z, call me, settle this karmic debt. It's only collecting more interest. You're still in my top 5 though. Let's get it, nigga. And anyone still call him Hove or answer to God for the blasphemy." So she's popping it.
It's just weird that like.
Hold on. She keep going. So then she go, "I'm going to use some of the money Jay-Z owes me to send some of the barbs to college, pay their college schools fees and student loans via my Student of the Game charity." And she said, "Depose Deseret." All right, so Deseret is the nickname she's given to Desiree, who is the CEO of Rock Nation. You know, I guess Nicki Minaj feeling the way about Desiree. Ain't no telling what they got going on behind the scenes or the conversations they had. But she felt like Desiree is harboring and doing a whole bunch of fuck shit for Rock Nation. So all right, here's some more tweets she said. She said, "If you get a message to post hater lies today on any platform, I advise you to say no. They won't cover your legal fees. Just today alone, we've added 5 blogs, 5 content creators. I hope you got a lot of money saved up. Hope it's worth losing everything over, including your account." All right, and scroll up because she was going on.
She be so cryptic, bro.
Yeah, I don't know what she meant on that one.
So hard to decipher.
So then on this one, she said, "What? Is it true? I'm learning so much about my rights. So you got to decide how long your deposition is. Haha. This isn't the lady being accused of her daughter being a racist against black people, Jay-Z. There was no black woman smart enough to be the CEO. Hit the show more. The CEO of your company. What happened to Shaka? He gonna go take a pic with Shaka now? Oh, Jigga, man, the jig is up." Then she go, this was the funniest one, right? She said, "Dear Jay-Z and Deseret, you ruin hip-hop, you ruin football, you ruin basketball, you ruin touring, you ruin Instagram, you ruin Twitter, the jig is up. All of this is alleged and for entertainment purposes only." So she made sure to throw that in there because Rock Nation lawyers don't be playing, but she's still on bullshit with them, right? All right, so then she go, "Jay-Z, you let Deseret do all this evil to black people and you stayed silent. We used to believe you. You went outside, nigga. This is an alleged and this is for entertainment purposes only. Deseret, did you get the 40 million, 55 and paying for bots? Oh, Bot Nation." So she calling Rock Nation Bot Nation, right? So let me get this straight. Y'all so-called black savior Jay-Z has a Hispanic CEO who was pardoned by President Trump. Lil Wayne was pardoned by Donald Trump too, by the way. Just throwing that out there. Interesting. So does that mean Deseret is in a Democrat? Black people, I thought y'all hate all Trump supporters. Wait, did Jay-Z ever campaign?
Could I just point out that Deseret rhymes with Democrat?
All right, so he said, did Jay-Z ever campaign for Kamala? He benefits so much for the party. When President Obama gave his speech about brother, why didn't Jigga Man come out and strongly campaign for the Democratic Party at the time? Could it be that y'all was hoodwinked? Woo-wee. This was so kind of President Trump, and that was so kind of President Obama to passionately go out and campaign. What did Mr. Jigga Man do himself with the election? He's above speaking out to help the party, or was it not his party? Or is it just play for him to benefit and Deseret at the same time? Oh, black people, it looks like Jigga Man and Deseret played y'all once again. The jig is up. I'm pretty sure there's a few more tweets that she had on there. She's still going at Desiree. She's like, Desiree, where were you marching with your fellow Mexican immigrants? All right, you were pardoned by President Trump, so you kind of can't, right? I mean, it kind of implies you guys are cool with him while y'all seem to pretend to be against him. Or are y'all not his friend? I mean, she keeps saying that the pardon about, I mean, Lil Wayne was pardoned by Trump too, so we can't use that one. Oh, are y'all not this friend, or either are y'all not his friend anymore, or just like Diddy? I mean, if someone pardoned me, we be friends for life. You done so much evil to black people. Now you turned your back on your own as well, it seems. Don't you guys over there keep black artists fighting while you sit back and benefit from both parties? If I had gotten a pardon from President Trump, imagine the uproar. Yeah, Rock Nation CEO does it, and you guessed it, silence. Black people, until you speak out, you can never, ever, ever, ever. I wonder how Deseret thanked President Trump for that kind gesture. Got the Hispanic woman allegedly calling her son-in-law the N-word under the protection of y'all so-called black savior while y'all sat around making them rich. When y'all needed them the most, they were silent too, huh? Chin up. Jay came out to perform recently. Once that legal stuff started coming out, yeah, when Obama was pleading for the brothers to vote for Kamala, the richer and the most influenced black rappers were nowhere to be found. Maybe I'm forgetting, I don't know. He was even one word. He said, did he even say one word? It seemed like an urgent request by the tone of Obama's speech, yet brother billionaire never got in the field for y'all. when y'all needed him the most, after all the money he made off the Democratic Party, brainwashed black people, those blogs won't be here a year from now either. So enjoy.
Bro, why does she protect so many sex offenders?
And then
Excuse me?
she's still going on. She's
like what? Like her brother's a fucking like pedophile.
Okay,
like,
Ledge, don't do
why
too
is she
much.
defending like bro, it just like seems like a lot of like I love Nikki, but a lot of stones being thrown in glass houses.
I'm with Nikki on this one. I ain't gonna hold you. I'm with Nikki on this one because if a nigga, she's all right. So, backstory to a lot of this shit. So Nicki Minaj and Jay-Z relationship kind of fell out. Jay-Z, when he launched Tidal, he had like 20, 30 celebrities all launching with him. All these niggas were supposed to own a percentage of the shit. I remember like Daft Punk, Beyonce came out on stage. It was Nicki Minaj, fucking Alicia Keys, Swizz Beatz. It was like this big old thing when Tidal launched and shit. So everyone, all those artists and shit was supposed to be owning a piece of it. They were like trying to go against Apple and Spotify. Like, yo, look, we're bringing ownership back to the musicians and shit. This is our platform. All right. Years later, Jay-Z ended up selling Tidal. I want to say he sold it to Jack Dorsey. I might be mistaken. But I think he ended up selling it to the nigga who owns Twitter or whatever, right? Yeah. But to make a long story short, Nicki Minaj saying she got slighted on the deal. She was supposed to get like $8 million or some shit. I think she said she got like $1 million, and I don't even think she accepted it. So she feel like Jay-Z owed her a lot of money because of the Tidal deal, and he ripped her off, and he like used everyone. And she's saying everybody else ain't speaking up, but she gonna speak up. But in actual reality, I think another big part of Nicki Minaj feeling the way is because she feel like Jay-Z slighted Wayne and Drake with the Kendrick Lamar shit at the Super Bowl performance. So I think that whole Young Money, Cash Money camp ain't really feeling Jay-Z right now.
Oh, for sure.
And I think Nicki Minaj is the one that's just being more vocal about it. Cause I could probably feel, I bet Drake feel the same way. Drake probably don't fuck with Jay-Z no more, but he ain't gonna go as vocal as Nicki Minaj is. I'm surprised she being as vocal. As far as
but how close is Young Money really at this point? Like those three people.
I assume they still got somewhat of a working relationship, friendship. I mean, they don't do too much music and shit together, but I mean, when it comes to like shit like this, I think they're gonna all ride together.
Drake kind of had a nasty departure, OVO, when they separated ways from the.
But he had multiple songs since then, like saying Wayne, I'm still Young Money and shit. So like the departure shit, I get it. Like nigga, I've been over here for 10 years and let me go make my own money. So like Wayne can't get mad at that. And like at the end of the day, Drake kind of pushed the fucking culture forward with the Young Money shit. He like him and Nicki played a big part in that Young Money shit. Nicki Minaj is still signing Young Money. Drake, I don't think he is. But
now I will say, like, I do feel her in the sense that she was a strong selling point. This is especially at the time, top female rapper of all time. But that like when Tidal was launched, she's like at the apex of her career. You
one
know
of
what
them,
I mean? Like,
going crazy.
Like #1 touring and recording artist in the world at that point.
Which she still is.
But like even more dominant. This is like pre Cardi B, all that shit. Like there's no even potential heir to the throne at that point. And then she's like bringing a lot of her super dedicated fans because like, the way the Barbs are, she could fucking put out a nail clipping and motherfuckers will line up to buy it for 3 years type shit. You feel me? You can't get, there's no fan base maybe besides Beyonce and Taylor Swift that are more dedicated than hers.
Shit, it look like she might have a harder fan base than Beyonce at this point.
She
like,
might.
I ain't even gonna hold
Barbs
you.
might be deeper than the Beehive.
But my thing is, I'm trying to see where the 100 million, 200 million number is coming from. That's the only thing.
That sounds a bit inflated. But like, because she never did a Tidal exclusive release, right?
No, I don't think anybody. I don't think too many people did besides Jay-Z. I think Jay-Z did at one point.
Well, Watch the Throne, I think at first was a Tidal exclusive
For like 2 weeks or so, and then they got on all streaming platforms.
For sure.
I don't know too many artists that did a Tidal exclusive at
Black
that time.
Star, I think, or maybe it wasn't.
That mattered.
Yeah. There wasn't that. There's a few. I don't even know if it was.
But
them,
that she doesn't have to do a Tidal exclusive. Like if I had ownership in this shit, I should get paid out. She basically saying that Jay-Z screwed everybody over and sold the company and then pay everybody out. Like gave them pennies to compare to
She was a partner.
But technically the shares were worth less money when they got sold, right? Like Jay Smart, he gonna do things above board. It might be janky. He might have like, you feel me, like been like, it's like, hey, it's basically like a pump and dump. It's like the industry equivalent of a pump and dump.
Yeah,
like,
that's 100% what it is.
Yeah, like all y'all get in.
Like the Jay-Z's known for that. Like, all right, what was it? He had Duce, right?
Yeah,
I'm
exactly.
gonna gas his liquor up and then I'm gonna sell it. Like, so I think she got called into that. Like, she was a part of the title pump and dump shit without even knowing. Like, look, we gonna gas this company up, make this shit hot. And Jay-Z, he probably had no intentions on keeping this shit long term. But her riding for Jay-Z, being from New York and shit, she probably fell away because she didn't know that the nigga was gonna sell it. And now she
probably
like
got 10 million or some shit too.
She's
Like,
saying
yeah, bitch.
she's saying she didn't.
No, they offered her $1 million.
They offered her $1 million,
declined.
and she declined it. She's like, "What the fuck?"
So, but
you gotta,
so she opted for the ownership shares instead, essentially, right? Is that what happened?
No. It was she was offered $1 million after, or when it was being sold.
When
or
it was
after
being sold.
Yeah.
Okay.
And she declined, but she had to sign a contract in order to accept that $1 million. I think it was like an NDA. I don't know.
Yeah.
Hey, can you Google how much Jay-Z sold Title for? Because I think that's gonna say a lot. Because like she probably fell away because she feel like, you know, her and all the other artists kind of like help launch and bring this company into what it is, and then y'all offer me $1 million, and this nigga finna sell it for how much?
I just feel like with Jay-Z, he knows how to work the metrics of the business. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like with Nicki Minaj and all the artists, they were more fixated on just thinking that their handshakes or their relationships was the bond in regards to business. Like, do you get what I'm trying to say? Like,
Yeah, now Jay-Z's definitely more of a businessman than all of them.
A businessman. So it's
Yeah,
like
he's more
they were like,
business
okay,
savvy.
this is the homie, or like we have a good relationship, we have a good like personal rapport. But in reality, like, it's still the entertainment business. This is still business. So I feel like they weren't really looking into the contracts or what was, you know, what it was that they were signing when they first took a part to be a partner in regards to this platform.
I think, I mean, like, I'm sure that Nicki's got a very, very, like, vigilant legal team that's going to do their due diligence and be on top of it. I think it's more, I don't think that it was an intentional pump and dump. I think that Jay really thought that this was going to be the new wave and that Tidal was going to shift the market and people were not going to be going to iTunes or Spotify, and the direct to consumer model that they were emulating but not actually doing with Tidal. I think they thought that there was going to actually be some legs there.
No, he definitely thought it was going to be bigger than Apple, Spotify, and all the other streaming platforms. But I mean,
so when he offered people like Nicki's stake in the company, which I'm assuming is what happened, you feel me? And
That's exactly what happened. And then,
Yeah.
all right, so when you go to find out, so Jay-Z sold majority stake in Tidal to Jack Dorsey, which is the owner of Twitter, or at the time he was. I think he sold it to Elon Musk, but the deal was worth $297 million in cash and stock. So she's looking at it like, how the fuck y'all do a $300 million deal and you offer me $1 million out of the $300 million, and I help, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no.
But her getting 1/3 of that, asking for 100 milliwatt, that's kind of like excessive, right? Like,
It depends on how much. I mean, it just depends on what she played behind the role she played behind the scenes too.
She dropped one music video on there exclusive. I googled it on Tidal.
Yeah.
And
But that don't mean anything though. I could still own the platform, and I in the contract I never decided.
No, but earlier you guys asked if she dropped.
Oh yeah,
anything
if she
on
dropped
there.
anything
She dropped one
exclusive. So
music
she
video.
did drop one music video exclusive to Tidal. I guess that's cool or whatever. But as far as the facts, I mean, if I
See the Steve Stout clip, him talking about how she never signed the contract and everybody else did?
Yeah,
let's pull that up,
Yeah,
'cause
let's pull
that's-
that clip up, but she specifically, yeah.
and that's what she was saying. She said that when y'all offered me the $1 million, I never took it because like, what the fuck is just $1 million?
We gon' see Nicki.
But all right, my thing is, my question
Nika.
is, all right, she's saying that the nigga owe her 100 to 200 million. How is that when he sold it for 300 million? So like, you
Yeah,
you
exactly.
trying to
That's-
take half? You
No,
trying
that's
to
what I
take?
said.
Yeah.
I don't think she was being literal though.
No,
No, she's being literal. She said we calculated it. It's like she even said interest is being added. So I don't know, unless she's trolling a little bit.
That's shrewd business. You're gonna always ask for more.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because like maybe she really trying to get 25, so she finna say 100. You feel me? But and like he's like, nah, fuck that. But then they gonna settle at 22.5 or some shit, right? You know, like she probably do deserve some type of compensation. But
That's it, Donnie, the XXL one right
without any
there.
contractual legalese to back her up, might be your frivolous claim, play girl.
Hopefully it's a clip and they ain't just got the words typed out. But either way, it's that clip you can find on YouTube.
If Steve Stout say it, I believe it. I'm gonna say that. Keep it up, buddy.
Yo, hey Dave, we live on No Jumper.
What's up, man? I already know you calling about some bullshit.
Man, what the
Let's hear
fuck going on, bro? So look, hey.
Dave Blunts.
So look, man, my guys over here, we just trying to figure out, cause all right, so we seen recently that you got engaged. Is the chick that was throwing up 60s? Is that the same woman that you recently just got engaged to?
Man, she was not throwing up no damn 60s, nigga. She was high off shrooms and drunk, nigga. And we're both no jumper fans, bro. We watch that shit all the time.
Right.
She be hearing Brick Baby say that sensitive shit. She be saying that shit, you know what I'm saying, just as a joke. And she was high and drunk, and she said that shit on stream. I told her not to say that because I know the implications behind that. That shit ain't no joke, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's why she said it. She ain't throwing no 60. She threw up a random...
The shroom's gonna make you do that, though. I ain't gonna lie. The shroom's gonna make you feel yourself, right? Every single time.
Yeah, just joking, bro. That's like, yeah. As you can see, I told her not to do that shit.
Yeah, so y'all, it look like y'all serious, man. I seen the video of her, she kissing all over you, and it seemed like she can't keep her hands off you. How serious you about this one, man?
Hey, these bitches come and go.
Oh man, he keeping it P. All right, now I feel that, cause like I ain't gonna lie, you been nigga ever since you been rapping, this nigga been running through him. I'm like, my boy Dave got a new one every month, nigga. So I'm like, what's going on?
Yeah, and I got some even better shit lined up for a couple of days later. But the thing is, though, man, I'm just enjoying the time. You know what I'm saying?
Word, nah, I feel that, man. You know, I had to ask you about that one. I'm like, what's going on? I hope she on backdoor, my nigga. She throwing out 60. I'm like, ain't no way.
Yeah. We just want to make sure you're safe, Dave, because it's protect Dave.
We gotta
Blunts
protect Dave Blunts at all
dog.
times, man. At all costs, man.
Yes, sir, man. Now, you already know, man. I'm a good boy. I'm a good kid, man. I'm just making music and fucking on hoes and having fun, man.
Nah, love. But I hit you up when I get off air.
All right, brother.
All
right, peace, Dave. I'm not gonna lie, like Dave Blunt's music is some of the hardest shit in the world right now.
Yeah, nah, Dave Blunt's goated,
really
man.
is, dude. Like
the fact that he wrote all the Kanye album is crazy.
That World War III song that bro.
That shit's crazy, even though niggas shouldn't be listening to that. But that shit go hard.
I ain't gonna lie to you, bro.
Yeah, that shit kind of fire.
Dave Blunt's goes stupid. We got a legend in the building. Matter of fact, man, get your ass over here, bro. Come on, bro. Quit playing around, dog. Real hip-hop royalty in the building. My dog, Poondaga, what's happening? You feel me? If you don't know.
What up with it, man?
You dig, you feel me? Jaleese, Remo.
What up with it?
How you doing?
You already know, he's the one that connected me and Rambo right here, you feel me? And I don't know how familiar you are with this. Is an industry legend going back to ATL radio and beyond, you feel me?
Put us down.
Shit, you feel me? A core person that brought the Dungeon Family, aka Outkast, the Goody Mob, and all those artists to the mainstream, was worked hand in hand with Chris Lova, aka Ludacris, during his early phases in his career, and a whole lot more. You feel me? That's just
been around many moons.
Barely, yeah. So that's my dog Poon right now in the building.
How you know Lush, man?
Well, Lush, he's a battle rap legend.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He's been, putting it down for the longest. And at one time, I was managing an exhibit in Strong Arm Steady. That's when it was just Battle Lush.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? He was, around a lot of the battles that was around back then. And, you know what I'm saying? The whole hip-hop scene that grew in Atlanta.
Yeah, we would have, JL on the building was handed, fool.
What up with it?
Chunky neighbors. My brother.
What up, dog?
JL, man. And at that time, I was, we'd be fucking with Exhibit and Crondon and all that. And so that's what it was. Yeah.
Right.
That's my dog.
But I managed a lot of people, a lot of different people. You know what I'm saying? I go back. I know you from the Chi, right?
I fought Chicago though.
Jay Boogie is one of my old school partners. I don't know.
Oh, word.
Jay Boogie Leathers, and he draped Jermaine Dupri, the Brat, Crisscross. Like he was the dude that was making all them leather outfits. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, word. That's hard.
He's on the South Side.
Yeah.
And he,
JoJo Capone.
Are you still?
I know. Yeah.
You still managing Jody Six too?
Yeah. I'm still working with him. You know what I'm saying as well.
You originally from where?
I'm from LA.
All right. From out here.
Yeah, I graduated from Dorsey and then went to got a football scholarship to Clark, Atlanta.
All right, so you was down in Atlanta making connections and shit.
Early days, that's how
Brick had interviewed him and Demiza on here like a year and a half ago or so.
Word.
That's how Brick was able to run around Atlanta the way he was, because I was on the radio there, so it was like the city was kind of like my oyster. You know what I'm saying? I was able to do a lot of stuff in that early stages of Atlanta that a lot of people are kind of
like how early during the Jeezy era and all that.
Oh, baby, we talking
before
about,
that.
I got on the radio in '95.
Oh, all right, so even
Jeezy was a manager.
Outcast.
Who was Jeezy managing?
He managed a dude named 11 Dub from Memphis.
Oh, damn. So you put me down. Never knew that.
Coach K was on a record label called Hindu Entertainment. Allen Henderson, the basketball player. That's how Coach K got known, because Coach K is from Indiana.
Yeah. Oh, damn, you put me down. I ain't never knew that.
You see that? You see that? Come on,
Yeah, he got a lot of knowledge, man. I got to pick your brain after this, man. You know Carvin 15? Yeah, that's my guy. Shout out Carvin, yeah.
Shout out
I was rotating Atlanta and shit, too, for a little bit.
I know all them guys. Me and Deb go back. Walker's mom.
Yeah, Dad, Adney.
We worked together.
The legend.
She started with us. She started doing our nonprofit. That's how she got known. She was doing me and Ludacris' nonprofit for our radio show.
That's on the list of interviews I really want to do at some point.
Deb Adney?
Yeah,
we got to reach out to her.
That's on my list. Also, so Poon, I talked to Dodie Six Pops yesterday, and he told me that the album is about ready to go, and y'all got some fire, some crazy features.
He's been able to kind of channel in on what he needs to do to be successful, man. A lot of times, especially coming fresh out of jail, I think a lot of people don't really understand when you've been in jail 10 years plus and you grew up in jail. A lot of stuff is shell shocking. So he just had to figure it out, and he's still figuring it out. Every day is still a mission for him, but as long as he's on the right path and he's working and recording, it's all in good favor.
He healthy. We keeping away from the damn nitrous and all that.
Shout out Dodie Six, cuz. Shout out my little cuzzo, cuz. Keep going crazy on rolling.
Come on, man. We love Dodie, bro. We love Dodie. With that being said, so what was how did you find this guy right here?
Outlaw.
No. Well, so Outlaw, you found
brother.
Okay.
Outlaw's always tuned in. I call him like the outside of the box.
The most outside.
He's outside.
The most outside
He's
guy
outside
ever.
of the box for the Hustlers. If you represent Hustlers, you know what I'm saying? if you represent.
How about them Lakers?
How about them Dodgers? How about
Let's get this Lakers shit together. You motherfuckers better get these right picks. I don't know what the fuck going on. Y'all some cream puff shit. That's what
Listen,
I represent.
I will tell you this.
right.
If you got some dope music going on wherever you from, and it might be outside of the region, Outlaw's definitely going to tap in with you. You know what I'm saying? So he's definitely going to be in tune.
Outlaw be connecting dots, huh?
Yeah, I guess he picked
like
up
a super A&R.
I guess he picked up on my spirit. I taught him well. You know what I'm saying?
Word.
Shit, Remo don't even know. Jan Lee and them was with you, but I was literally in the room. We're at the Airbnb. I wasn't in the streets with them niggas, but
Oh, word.
Yeah.
we knew you was gonna be there.
That's right. Shit, niggas had a low on me. I ain't even know.
yeah.
Shout out my
Remo
niggas, man.
Ski.
Shout out Big Gang, man. You feel me? Retro Gang, man, for letting us go crazy and having our own show, our own platform at the South by Southwest this year.
That's right.
Yeah.
Feel me?
So wait, so Jo, how did you
Word.
how did you find bro then? Like
Bro,
what
this
was-
my brother. Good
Okay.
tapped in. He all the way locked in, official on hood. So it's like,
when did you realize though that he was like gonna be like
Cuz
as
put out
as-
that shit and it's just like, let me call cousin, get on cuz ass, like, bro, bring that ass here. Cuz we got it. Pause though. Pause.
Yeah.
Yeah, the DC
No
on
Sean
block.
Combs.
Come to the hood.
No Sean Combs.
Like it's time
Yeah.
to come, you feel me?
Oh,
Like
yeah.
come out here, cuz on 6-0. Like, you feel me? It's time and cuz immediately here. No questioning, no, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? No type of any discrepancies, no thought process to it. It's like I'm about to hop on the plane, I'll see you next week. Cuz we're here right now.
And was in the booth for the majority of the time, huh?
Facts.
And then when he ran it up to me, I got to go run my source. As soon as I hit the first two people in his region or from his region, which is, Gray Street. I don't know a lot of people know he's from Mississippi. He already was like, oh, man, I know him. He's on fire. Da, 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 da. So I'm like, damn, I'm behind.
Yeah.
So for him to be getting, love and respect from people like that just lets you know he's laying down the proper, grassroots of what he need to do. For real.
Yeah,
I got
man.
the ear for this shit, cuz I'm hood.
Nah, you're batting
Right
a
now,
thousand
the
so
top
far.
artist, one of the top artists out of his region and market. You feel me? Like, my ear right now, we got it's 7 of them niggas. Well, it's like 7 of us. Blue Cinco, nigga, Baby NH, Poncho the Pop Star, Brian Hurst Baby, BSG Rambo. Like, you feel me? What's little cuz?
Shout out Brian Hurst, baby.
Brian Hurst, baby.
Shout out my boy
Polo.
Brian
Shout
Hurst,
out
baby.
KPN Polo.
Brian Hurst, baby.
Go
What's
crazy.
up, boy?
Yeah.
Shout
Bada
out
Bag
Brian
Rad.
Hurst.
Conrad going crazy.
Rad.
Shout out Conrad, too.
Dog.
Rad
We got
is
so many artists.
Rad is
Jack.
probably
New Jack, one of the hardest
Jack.
artists out the Crenshaw district right now.
Rad probably the most
You know what I'm
underrated
saying?
lyricist in LA. I've been saying that. You feel me? Like
We just trying to bring the talents, you feel me, to the you feel me, to the present day. You feel me, to the cult followers, the real demographic, you feel me, which nowadays is the internet world. So we want to bring we want people to take heed to the talents, you feel me, from our community, because our community runs deep all throughout the states. Period. You feel me? So we want to showcase that talent to the world, because y'all be bullshitting in the hood, like
legendary section for sure.
trolling. Like y'all act like niggas is done for. Nigga, we just getting started on hood. We still running laps.
Come on. The marathon continues, player. The fuck? With that being said, so for those that don't know, Jay Outlaw was supposed to be on the original Travis Ford interview.
Beat it. You just made all that shit up from scratch. No Mike Jack. Beat it. No Mike Jack. You just made all that shit up from scratch. I was here for moral support. It got thrown in it. But like I said, the neighborhood cribs didn't bring no cakes. Ain't shit sweet this way.
There was no, the neighborhood cribs
There was no cakes.
did not
No
bring
sugar,
the cakes.
No sugars.
Apparently, that was other people that brought the cakes. You feel me? With that being said, ever since then, randomly, me and Jay Outlaw wound up becoming. You feel me? Like we had, yeah, that's my dog now. You feel me? So you feel me? We've been pushing ever since. And when him and Poon put me, here's the funny thing: when I brought up Rambo, Remo was already hip. Flocko was already hip. You feel me? Like Donnie was already hip. Fools were already like, oh yeah, like bro, need an interview. So I know we had you on the news just now, and I know you got a flight to catch in a few hours type shit, but
Well, he pushed it back for this.
I pushed it back for this.
shit,
man.
well,
He pushed it back
I had
for
to pull
this,
up
so-
on you, man. I've been
Please.
a fan.
We wasn't go. We
I've been
just
a fan
had to.
for
We
a
just
minute,
wanted to
cuz.
let niggas know you surprised.
Yeah,
Surprise.
you
you
know
feel
what I'm
me?
saying?
Yeah.
So that way y'all need to do whatever with him.
Yeah,
He here to
yeah,
do
we'll
it.
get
You
it
know what
on.
I'm
So
saying?
we for sure gonna knock out a mic drop and shit, and we gonna do some because now that bro out here, like that's motherfuckers was like, damn, like he should have had a whole interview. You feel me? Like so. Now that we gonna see what we can make sense now that you out here a little bit longer.
Yes,
bro.
yes.
With that being said, do we have any more topics before we get into these super chats?
Let's see if we got any good ones that's worth bringing up. Man, ain't Vlad.
We already talked about all this, low key. I guess we could do DJ Vlad and Tony Busby. Should we do that?
That's cool. Nah, let's get into
yeah.
super chats because that ain't really.
Yeah, super chats. Let's see what y'all motherfuckers.
Let's
are
see what the
talking about.
people talking about, man. What y'all talking about today, man?
Shouts to all the new members, you feel me, that have joined the membership tier. That's Jalen Harris and Greg King. Music Maniacs with the $5. Adam, stop listening to the YNs and Edgar's. Brandon, his gold and good role model for the YNs. Brandon and Lush need their own politics show here weekly. All right, we don't do $2.
Shout out to Brandon, though. I fuck with Brandon.
Shouts to Brandon, I agree.
Brandon is a good podcaster.
We
100%.
fuck with Brandon heavy. You feel me? Giovanni Pierre, he welcome to the Whack Pack, so he a top tier member. Josh said, Jaleese, I'm moving out west in August from Alabama. Wait on me, mommy. All right. You feel me? Shoot your shot, player. AZ
He ain't doing nothing wrong. He ain't doing nothing wrong.
Shoot your shot. I ain't mad. He shot 22. You feel me? He's a high roller. Flocko is just trying to get rid of any new host that ever said anything negative about him, and he's also scared of he a manipulator, is what AZ said. Planet Wills, Lush is the King Potter. All this fight talk. Who is Adam willing to squabble? Free Crip Mac and Free Brick. Yeah, Adam, who are you willing to squabble, player? Where the fuck you at? Fucking Not For Real Network, $5 said he was high still. My boy Piloton out when he comfortable. He let y'all try to put the ant on him. Lush, I'm trying to send you record. You be too busy glazing. Shoot me the record, player. I promise I will slap, so maybe I can glaze the record as well. Alcoholic Gamer with the Cinco Piece said, don't let Flocko be in charge of anything. See how bad the news was a few months back. Don't do it. By the way, I'm drinking Corona Extra all day. Okay, because because the buzzball was too much for you yesterday, huh? We missed another Cinco Piece for another $5 dono. Scroll up a little bit, Donnie. We missed that one right there. Before Adam walked in, Flocko said Adam should put him in charge. If Adam gives that weirdo any power, he's going to become a power-tripping egomaniac. I mean, like, going to become a power-tripping egomaniac?
Like, you said Flocko there already?
Yeah, I feel like he's already crossed that bridge. But Flocko deserves, you feel me? I think
Flocko done ran that bag up. He don't know how to act.
Yeah, come on, man.
Flocko getting too much money out here. He don't know how to act no more, man.
The Fresh Prince CEO, that's Fresh and Fit with the $50. Adam is a nice guy, for real. I'm definitely not a fan of you in any capacity, but thank you for the $50, and we appreciate this.
Fresh cool. I don't really. It's the other dude that I don't really be fucking with. I ain't seen the other.
There's the other guy that sucks.
It's the other guy that be
Fresh, you're
saying
cool. The other guy sucks, for sure. Milton Dixon, for the 1 month, he said, yo, this too funny. Adam Wild, Columbus, Ohio, going up right now. Meal Ticket Production, for sure. Milton Dixon also said, Lush, add me back. Meal Ticket Production, and I disappointed. Yo, drunk ass started drinking again. Just kidding, tap in. I know, right? $5 for Johnny Blaze. Bring back Suspect. I agree. Bring back Suspect. He just dropped a new song. Everybody run it up. The new video is out. Zilla with the $10 said, congrats on your bachelor's, Jalise, with honors, by the way. With honors.
That's fire.
Be great and enjoy the
Thank
fruits
you.
of your hard work. You feel me?
Thank
The no
you.
jumper Reddit. No, you're fine ass, my baby mama. LOL. But for real, X4 ain't do that BS. Brothers out here clout chasing on neighborhood 90s. All right, respect to y'all. T Lane said, "Whoever seen Remo head before?" Pause.
That's
Fucking,
crazy.
Yeah.
They trying to get a hairline reveal. It's out there on the Reddit somewhere. I go check it
Head
out.
is crazy. AZ
That
with
is
the
crazy.
yeah, it's
Yeah,
crazy.
no, that's crazy.
Nasty work, bro. AZ with the $5. Nikki is in no position to criticize anyone's character. Her brother is a PEDO, and her husband is a registered ex-offender, and she defends it. It's kind of my initial point. Like, a little bit of glass house stone throwing.
Man, if a nigga owe you money, fuck all that.
Yeah,
nigga.
I need
200
that.
million, nigga.
Even if I'm janky,
I don't give a fuck what my brother did, nigga.
Yeah, give me mine. Fuck my brother. $5 from AZ.
It ain't me.
Yeah, exactly. It ain't me. Hey, so Nikki shaming Jay for hiring a Spanish person is racist. Y'all be picking and choosing on who can be racist. Hypocrisy. I agree. However, the person is not of Spanish origin. I believe they are Latino. There's a difference, player. Spanish is a language, not a nationality, unless you're talking about Spaniards.
Are we talking about Nicki Minaj? Is that what that is?
Yeah,
Yeah,
she
she
did
been
make
going
a
at
comment.
Jay-Z and
yeah,
shit.
she did make a comment. She said, "Oh, you got." She
been
said,
coming at Jay-Z all week on her Twitter page, going
I
crazy
love
on the nigga.
Nicki, but if she's mad at you, she'll make up.
Don't worry.
What the fuck going
She's
on?
coming
Like,
at Jay-Z, not J.O. It's okay. You feel me? You're not coming to J.O.
Nicki cool. I fuck with Nicki, but Nicki's if she's mad at you, she's gonna be mad at you because you had on orange when you were supposed to wear green. Like your hair wasn't done. Like
One of the
very
greatest
petty.
racks in history. Your
She's
kids
like
can say whatever they want. as far
Extreme
as I'm
petty,
concerned.
man. I seen her do some shit before. I was like, this girl don't give a fuck. This is like early on.
No, she don't.
Yeah.
She don't.
They be
She
saying that she had bad attitude behind the scenes
Yeah.
and shit, but
Hey,
get your money, Nicki. I ain't mad at you.
look at
Get your
those
money.
tits. You can have whatever attitude
She
you
said,
want.
Buzzer Beater Clip said, y'all stay supporting BS. Jay-Z not only shitted on Nicki, but also shitted on the YouTube series Money and Violence, which became an exclusive to Tidal.
Good point. It's true.
Is that his?
Good point. Good.
'Cause I never heard of that.
I've
You
never
heard of Money and Violence?
What's that?
Man, that shit is it's a hit.
I'm not hip. I ain't seen it.
That is a really good point by Buzzer Beater Clips. I ain't gonna lie.
AZ once again said Nicki's husband raped a woman when the victim spoke out. Nicki threatened her life and sent people to stalk her home. Her name is Jennifer Hugh.
So Zilla got his 3 months membership accolade. He said, damn, 3 months, cut on hood. Jalise on the news. It's a great day in the neighborhood. 4 extra heal up, homie, and free the homies Brick and C-Mac neighborhood crib. Shout out Lush. Come on, man. You know the fuck we coming. Much love to all my keyways.
This nigga AZ back at it again with another 5. He said Nicki stabbed Safari when they were together, and she wasn't in any danger. Safari went to the hospital and yo, this nigga, he ain't trying to see her get that money, fool. He like, man, fuck that. She don't deserve shit.
He mad at Nicki.
And that nigga got a whole checklist of everything she did. She like, nigga,
Hell
she's
yeah, he checking it off. He's bad.
All right, what else? That's it. That was the last one.
That's what we got.
Word.
With that being said, what you got coming
Whose
up?
dog is this?
Nah, this is a question though. If
He extra friendly.
if they haven't heard your music, what's a song they should go listen to right now on YouTube to go get hits?
Man, go listen to So Clean, Freestyle, True, Ain't Safe, and definitely go play that neighborhood anthem.
And how they spell your name so they can find it right now. They don't need, if they trying to YouTube it right now, how they gonna scroll in?
DSG Rambo, man.
That's it.
That's it.
Spelled regular.
Y'all go check that out right now, and y'all leave a comment, say No Jumper sent y'all, and let us know what y'all think about the song. So make sure y'all gonna run that up. Or Donnie,
Run
pull
it
it up on the
up.
screen right quick so everybody can see.
And Poon, you got a new show, right? Yeah.
That's right, LA Rap Radar. You know what I'm saying? It's on Trap LA and iHeart. So I got to get you on there, Remo. I got to get both of y'all on there.
Yeah,
just
let's
so
do
we
it.
can
We're
have
gonna slide for
a
sure.
real music talk. Shout out Trap. Shout out the whole crew of Trap LA and LA Rap Radar for sure.
You already know, Jaleese. What's going on? What's next, brother?
Hi.
What we got? What's coming up in the life of Jaleese?
I don't.
You're moving to LA and full time No Jumper now, or what?
I'm trying to figure that out. Y'all
Yeah.
be playing with me up here.
All right, we gotta stop playing with Jaleese.
Y'all gotta stop playing with me, cause yeah.
We gotta stop playing. Ralphie the dog just having free run over here. He used to be kept in a tiny cage, so I'm glad that they're like, you feel me, upgrading his.
For a tiny cage.
Tiny cage.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying,
that's
bro.
diabolical.
They will. Trust me, there's a whole free Ralphie campaign for a while, but now he's doing better.
People in the cage is diabolical.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, last time I checked, he's actually like a poodle. But with that being, he's a Saint Bernard poodle. Yeah, but,
They love me.
Yeah. Jaleese clearly an animal whisperer. We gonna continue to run it up. With that being said, see y'all tomorrow at noon on the No Jumper show. Same bat time, same bat channel. She'll play upon the Lush Uno, Big Remo, you feel me? BSG Rambo, Jaleese, Poondaga, Jay Outlaw making a coveted appearance, and of course, Besco on the 1 and 2s. Shouts to Big 22, sir, and we about this.